Does Ron have any idea what he's doing, Swiper? Does he have any idea what he's doing? Does he know what he's doing?
I definitely.
Yo, it is Friday. We had an action-packed week, and we're pretty much going to recap everything in this episode. We're going to start with the teams that ultimately cooked in the draft. That includes the first round. That includes the second round. Most teams have multiple picks, so we'll get to see who got the best haul, who pulled in the best, who's pulling in the best group of rookies, and ultimately, we're going to recap who we think had the best draft. Also, too, we'll talk about Jalen Duren's new situation because it's looking like he might not be in Detroit. We'll talk about Jaylen Brown's situation because it's looking like he might not be playing for the Celtics next year. And then we'll talk about Miles Bridges because it's looking like he's not playing for the Charlotte Hornets next year. And Mark Williams just got an extension as well. We'll talk about that too. And everything else that you guys want to talk about via Super Chat. In the meantime, fellas, what's going on? How's your week been? How's Friday going? What's good?
Friday. We in effect. Absolutely. It's the end of the work week. Basketball season has definitely heated up, Ron, but I'm good. Yeah.
Chill, do you think we could have 4-day work weeks in America? 4 10-hour work days? No? You don't do that?
We actually do have that. There are places, police officers do that.
Firemen do
that. Yeah, firemen do it. They actually have 3 days. They actually have 3 days. They on 3, off 3.
Doctors, surgeons, and stuff like that will work 3 days, 3 hours.
They have that. Absolutely. I'm comfortable doing 5 on, 2 off. Yeah, I'm comfortable with that.
Ron, shout out to you, man. Ron, today I thought about you, brother. There's a lot of news happening. Yeah, of course, you're my brother.
Yes,
obviously.
You, Ron. Yes, you.
There's a lot of news in the network, and we're obviously dealing with a lot of stuff in the NBA, Ron. And there's a player that reminds me of you a lot, and he's currently negotiating a contract. And obviously, he's had a wonderful regular season, but just like you, when it comes to the PCL or it comes to the playoffs or it comes to crunch time super chats, you fold. And you are the Jalen Duren of PC. Great regular season numbers, 18 and 10 on any given night, chill. But when we need like clutch winning time plays, I'm talking about turning the ball over, missing layups, as I said, missing reads, adding words to super chats that Mars is like, where did you get this word from? And this is all the time now. This is like, it's getting progressively worse. Like, you are the Jalen Duren of PC, and just like Jalen Duren, you know what we're gonna do? Hey, I'm gonna call Pee Wee, chill, and Kenny. I'm gonna make a trade. I'm gonna tell him, we'll send you Ron plus
they don't got enough compensation.
Plus some cash considerations for Ron. And can you give us back Pee Wee, please? He's our Jaylen Brown. Yes. That's exactly what it is. Shout out to Ron, man.
Because I'm a little conflicted about that, and the reason why I'm conflicted because like Jalen Duren, I don't want Ron to walk out the front door for nothing. But if we are trading him,
how you paying him $50 million?
I'm not interested in doing that, Swiper. But okay, we got to get Ron like Jalen. If Ron is Jalen Duren, okay, Ron, we got to get you in the lab. Yeah, we got to get you. We got to get your game tighter. Your game is not right. We got to get you in the lab. We got to get you working on your delivery. We got to get you working on your timing. Yeah, we got to get you working on all of that stuff. Because when we have the people that we have in here and the time that we have them, okay, when the stakes get higher, Ron just folds up like a lawn chair.
I'm talking about Super Chat, and we have conversations chill about Super Chat. They need to be read on time, timely. We need to get through the show in the 3-hour hour. Ron is like overtime, extended. Ron is a high volume Jalen Duren. You're like, if you don't have Cade Cunningham and other point guards in your roster, Ron, that's you.
You might be out the league without Cade Cunningham, Ron. You
might be out the league.
You might be that, Ron. You might be out the league without Cade Cunningham.
So can I tell the people who you two are?
Go ahead.
Do y'all want to do this? Because we can really do this, and I'll break down exactly who you guys are.
Oh yeah, call me a role player as long as you call me official.
No. See, that's where I was getting at. Hey, you like y'all have your games where Swiper put up 30 tonight. Swiper got busy tonight, and then you'll have your games where it's like, what is this nigga doing? He's just dribbling out the shot clock, turning the ball over, making dumb fouls. Hey, calling plays that we haven't ran all season because it just doesn't work. Like, Hey man, I don't know, Benedict.
Okay.
I really don't know. I don't know if the math is adding
So
up.
am I
Benedict.
Benny?
I don't know. Hey man, Benedict, we've seen you get busy, but also it's been times where it's like, yo, pass the ball.
Ron, I'll be fine with Benedict.
Play some defense.
That's cool with me.
That's something that we could work on.
I can work on that, Ron. I can get better.
We can fix that. Like, we've been in practice with you, and we've gone over the very thing that you keep doing time and time again in the game. We go over these plays time and time again, and Ron knows that Mars is coming off the screen and he's going to hit him on the left side of the floor. Only except Mars is coming off the right side of the floor like he's supposed to. Ron is on the left side of the floor. We did not go over that. We went over this play 3 times, Ron. When we're still making the same mistake. But we got to get Ron back in the lab.
You know who Ron is? You're Marcus Smart. Legitimately, Ron.
I'll take that. Marcus a hooper.
Lockdown defender. No, but you're like 22 Marcus Smart though. Like
you went to the finals on my back.
Taking over the offense. Now you have saved some games, Ron. You definitely have saved some games.
Ron will definitely hijack the offense. Yes, he will.
Chill. Who's Chill? Ron. Chill's probably like.
Hey, we gotta go with a guy who's a mid-range merchant,
high volume. Are you Julius Randle, Chill?
No.
That's your favorite player.
I wasn't even gonna throw the Julius on you, but I'm not too mad at that.
The reason why is because I actually perform in the clutch. I perform in the playoffs. Like, and I get busy consistently in the playoffs.
But Chill, to be fair, Giannis meme, Ron. What? Did you see
all right, Benedict. Enough of your gimmick. This was a fun. See what I'm talking about with hijacking the offense and doing all this other stuff.
Let me go to Shams.
We got to trade in. It's not a high level player. Well, it's a good player. Okay. It's not an all star, not an all NBA player, but it actually is a good move for both teams, I suppose. The Oklahoma City Thunder are trading Isaiah Joe to the Detroit Pistons for 2 second-round picks.
I mean, it's not a needle mover, but it's definitely somebody who can stretch their defense. I think that works.
I like that for Detroit.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that at all.
I like that a lot for Detroit.
Yep.
And the Thunder save more money.
Time OKC have done that, right? Aaron Wiggins and now Isaiah Joe.
Yeah,
yep, they're saving mad money, Morris, on their sheet.
And then they bringing up rookies and Bennett Stutz and Mara.
Do you think there's a world where Ben is he's better than both of these players this next year?
I'd be surprised if he isn't.
Okay.
I think that goes back to who Oklahoma City is, though. Like, how confident are you in the development of your guys when you're like Aaron Wiggins was a starter for them at one point during the season? He was starting for them. Isaiah Joe was getting real good minutes for them at one point during the season. Like, he wasn't a heavy minute guy, but he was an integral part of their rotation. Like, how comfortable are you in the development of your guys that you just are comfortable just shuffling guys like Aaron Wiggins and Isaiah Joe out? And Mars, the rotation, the new guys they're talking about. Tell me their names one more time.
Bennett Stutz and Ade Mara.
Bennett Stutz and Ade Mara. And I'm surprised Ade actually slipped to them. But the fact that you feel that comfortable with this rookie, and we haven't even talked about Sorber yet. We haven't even talked about Thomas Sorber yet, who's coming off that ACL injury. And I think he's going to be huge for them. I mean, I love him in their front court, but I think Oklahoma City is way more comfortable in the development of their guys than I think any other team. I don't think that they move as irrationally as everybody else. And I mean, they have to be smart about trades and such, because again, Oklahoma City is not a big market. We all know that things get expensive fast. That Shea money is about to kick in. I think next season, not this season, not the 26-27 season, but the 27-28 season. That J-Dub money is already on the books. That Chet money is already kicked in. Now that J-Dub money is about to kick in. And then you still got other guys on the roster that you're going to have to pay. So I think that the development of these young guys, I mean, I think that that's more crucial than anybody else that they sign.
Yeah, they have more room for moves too, Mars. They have so much cap space right now in Detroit. And so this is like I'm saying, when we told Penn yesterday, if Kawhi Leonard gets traded in the show, Ron, we got to bring Penn on immediately for all that other stuff. But they're trying to put Kawhi Leonard in that spot. So
what spot is that, Penn?
The small forward spot. They have the room to allocate if they want to bring Kawhi in. They'll have to do a trade, obviously. They have some pieces they can ship out. Tobias Harris, for instance. They can do like a sign and trade with him. They also have who else on that roster making money right now?
Ron Holland. I mean, he's not making money, but that's a piece. That's a piece to throw in though. I'm assuming he'll be in that deal.
makes money.
Duncan
Well,
Robinson.
Tobias, his contract's up, isn't it? It would have to be a signing trade, wouldn't it, Ars?
I have
Tobias
no
Harris
idea. Maybe, yeah. I'd assume so.
26,
Duncan
27.
Robinson-
Duncan's
Duncan Robinson
15.
makes
Isaiah
money.
Stewart's gone. Karis LeVert's making 14.8. So it'd be
Yeah,
that.
so
Yeah,
those
Tobias not
type
even
of
on the
players.
roster right now.
So they
But I
about-
mean, it could be a Jalen Duren thing now
Mm-hmm.
with the sign and trade type situation.
Ron, this is such a bad idea moving off of Jalen Duren. If they do this, this is a bad idea because you've developed this. Like, do you remember? Mars and I had this conversation when it first happened. Mars, do you remember what Jalen Duren looked like from the minute he walked into Detroit to today? Like, it's like two different dudes. No touch, could not shoot the mid range. Ball handling was less than was less than whack. Defensively, he was on another planet. He had no idea what he was doing defensively. I'm not saying that he's great now. Much better in closeouts, much better in pick and roll, glass cleaner, much better in pick and dive and in pick and pop. Reads the defense a lot better. And this is just in a 4-year span, 3-4 year span. Like, it's night and day with Jalen Duren. So you develop this kid, who, by the way, is 22, I'm going to say? Maybe 23?
22, 23, one of those.
23 years old. You develop this kid for him to walk out the front door. Swiper, if this is going to happen and you bring Leonard in, who I'm not going to argue that Leonard is still a fine player. I think he turned 35. I think he turned 35 in July, if I'm not mistaken. The end of June or July, he turns 35. With that being said, I still think he's a better player than Jalen Duren right now. Swiper, this thing better work. This better work, and it better work now, because to come off of to develop Jalen Duren into what he developed into, an all-pro, an all-star, and only 23 years old, do you think that this is all you're getting out of him? It's either that or you think that with Kawhi Leonard, we could win it right now. And if that's the case, you better win.
Do you think Jalen Duren? I think they're looking at it though, Chill. Like, we're gonna get a top 5-ish player last year, right? And he's just much better than anything Jalen can put on the floor, even in the next few years. I don't think his shot making would ever get to the point where it's that differential. Like, his rebounding is great. I don't think his scoring will ever be enough to where it's going to offset what Kawhi can offer you. And then on top of that, like, defensively, Kawhi's still better than him. And we saw in that series, like, Paul Reed was just better on both sides of the ball. He doesn't have the touch. He doesn't have the post game. Now, it doesn't mean he can't get there, but it's like, and Mars talked about this yesterday with LaMelo. LaMelo's still going to have some of his shortcomings as a scorer just by nature of how he plays. Like, I think Duren is still going to always have shortcomings as an offensive player by nature of what he is right now. Now, that doesn't mean 6, 5, 4 years from now he can be different, but right now they have a really open cap sheet. Cade Cunningham has stepped into maybe being a top 5 player in the sport, whatever. And then you compare Kawhi Leonard with him, who doesn't take away from Cade at all. Actually, Cade would accelerate Kawhi in some ways, and Kawhi would accelerate Cade in some ways. I think that the scoring graphic can really be shared. And Cade Cunningham is very similar to what made Kawhi Leonard flourish in the first way with the Clippers with James Harden, because he's obviously a very good playmaker and driver. And then on top of that, they're both terrific defenders. I mean, there's a world where they're running a very positive big man rotation. Now, they need to figure out their center position if they trade Jalen Duren in that deal.
Like, now, by the way, Swiper, like, we don't need to figure it out in like 2 years. We got to figure that out right now.
Well,
they shouldn't have him.
They shouldn't have let go
right now.
They shouldn't have let go of Beef Stew so fast.
Well, they had to.
Is he really a 5?
Clear out space.
I mean, on that roster, that's their best 5 that they had. Well, the best available after what's his name? After Jalen Duren. And I mean, like, yeah, you can go make some other moves, but who's to say that you can upgrade better than Beef Stew?
Well, here's a rotation.
I would say Paul Reed is better than Isaiah Stewart.
I think so too, but if you trade Jalen Duren, you still have both of them. So, like, you're not in a completely compromised situation. And then, like, you can move and wheel and deal from there.
Yeah. My question to you, though, Swiper, because I think with Kawhi Leonard, and maybe I'm wrong because I've been saying this for quite a while. Like, last season, I think Kawhi Leonard played at a top 5 level. I think that we can have a legit conversation about him being a top 5 level. Like, how many more seasons of that do I have with him?
I didn't even know we had that one last year.
Mars, I honestly think that he played at that level. I do. I think he played.
I agree. I just didn't know he had that in him still.
Right. That's my point.
For a whole regular season, I didn't.
So with that being said, I don't think Jalen Duren, because the divide with me and you, Swiper, is that Jalen Duren, he may never get to that Leonard status. I don't think he has to be that good because we got Cade Cunningham. And I think Cade Cunningham could be that good. I think Cade Cunningham can play at a top 5 level at some point in his career. I do think he can be that good. Jake, really quick.
We had him at number 5 on our list, and he was obviously first team too. So
right. So with
someone say he was at a top 5 level this year.
There you go. So with that being said, Ron, if I could get Jalen Duren to be not necessarily a top 5 big, but if I could get him to play at that level. I mean, he played at an all-pro level, one of the best glass cleaners in the league. Like I think the things that are deficient in his game, I think we could fix this stuff. I don't think this is stuff that's just he's got a broke jump shot or he's just not that smart. Like these are things that with his game that we can fix. Like we saw in the playoffs how limited he is offensively. All right, well, he's brute force. Well, we got to finesse some of that. We got to teach him how to play in the mid-range when somebody's bodying him up. We got to teach him how to be more of a finesse, not a finesse big. I'm not going to say finesse. Finesse isn't the word I'm looking for. But calmer instead of just being a bowling ball and just running over people. No, and I think we can teach him that. That's why I'm thinking with Kawhi Leonard.
Well, Joe, how much would you
have to be that good?
How much would you pay? Because the conversation is that he feels like the Pistons are lowballing him from a contract standpoint. So this is about money. The Pistons want to retain him, but they're at a very set price. Chill. If they're offering him like 3 years, 33, like they did Şengün with the Rockets, and he's like, no, I just made an All-NBA team. I'm not doing that. But at what point, at what level would you pay him based on what he is right now? But also, like, we need flexibility, and you're also just not good enough for us to just throw 50 M's at you. Like, we just seen De'Aaron Fox get 50 M's. People hated that. We just seen Trae Young get 50 M's. People hated that.
The NBA championship, though.
Who?
San Antonio. It was just
no, but Fox got that money before that, though. But Fox is also not but that's also a contract that's not equivalent in this CBA to the player and that player's impact on the team, though. They paid him because they needed that role on the roster covered. But I think with Jalen Duren, it's like you want to navigate your cap sheet, but you also want to pay him. But also, I'm not going to hamstring myself until I really don't know if he's worth more than $35 million a year. Austin Reeves just got 45. Austin Reeves is more playoff viable than Jalen Duren at this point. Like, he just has more upside.
This is what I'm thinking about, Swiper. I'm thinking about in 2 years, is Jalen Duren a top 25 player in the game 2 years from now? Like, as of today, where is he in the pantheon of players? Is he a top 25 player?
Regular season?
Yes.
He was in the regular season.
No, but like if you're just putting player for player, though, we didn't remember, Ron. We didn't have OG in it. Go ahead.
But Swiper, I don't think you would have said this though. Like if we would have did this in, let's say before the playoffs. Let's say if we would have did a player ranking at the beginning of March.
Yeah, well, we gave him all NBA. We did.
Yeah, so like
he's a top 15 player, right?
But is he better in the vacuum than OG Anunoby though? Like I think that would be the question. Like for you, right? Like I think if we were looking at like totality of skill set.
No,
we would rather have OG
and a better player
than Jalen Duren. Even though Jalen Duren has a higher ceiling in the regular season because OG's not being asked to be an 18 and 10 player a game. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But fellas, as of right now, if you want to perform like OG in the playoffs, if you want to be a playoff riser, if you want to perform when it matters the most in your real everyday life, I got just the spot for you. It is Factor Meals. And when you use code Players Choice 50 off at factormeals.com/Players Choice 50 off, you will get 50% off. But let me tell you what's even better than that 50% off. The fact that, it's the summer. Sun's out. You want to enjoy your time. There's so much to do. You got your beaches, you got lakes, you got pool parties, and you got late night summer extravaganzas. It is the time to enjoy your life with the people that you like. And the thing about it is you don't really have time to really be in the kitchen, cooking, going to the store, grocery shopping, meal prepping, and all of that stuff. And, that's where things can get kind of complicated, for me at least. But that's why, for me, eating healthy isn't a willpower problem because I have Factor Meals. For a lot of people, it's not necessarily the fact that you don't want to eat healthy or the fact that you don't want convenient food. It's more so a setup problem because you have your whole everyday life. And then you have to then, after that, shop, prep, and cook. And sometimes it's just too much. But, when I found Factor Meals, that's when all of that went out the window because life just got so much more convenient. Also, with Factor Meals, I'm hitting my nutritional goals every single day, every single week, every single season because I don't have to plan. I don't have to grocery run. I don't have to cook. Factor Meals literally gives me what I want in every single package that I get from them. They have meals that are built around your goals, my goals, any goals that anybody may have, whether it's weight loss, overall nutrition, more protein, or whatever support that you're looking for. If you're looking for strength and workout recovery, Factors has a Muscle Pro collection. Every meal is crafted with functional ingredients, lean proteins, colorful veggies, whole foods, and healthy fats. Factors bans 175 ingredients. There's no artificial coloring. There's no artificial sweeteners. There's no high fructose corn syrup at all. No high fructose corn syrup at all. No refined seed oils. It's just, dense, nutrition foods. That's exactly what you want. Fresh, never frozen, over 100 rotating meals weekly, including globally inspired flavors like Mediterranean and Asian. So there's always something new to look forward to. Me personally, I like their seafood options, the steak and shrimp. They got good salmon options. They also have tons of different chickens, different flavors, all type of stuff. I'm telling you, it is amazing. I eat it. The panel eats it. And you guys should eat it too. So if you want to upgrade your life, if you want to upgrade your nutrition, if you want to overall just upgrade your diet, head to factormeals.com/playerschoice50 off and use code playerschoice50 off to get 50% off and free daily greens per box with a new subscription only while supplies last until September 27, 2026. Once again, that's factormeals.com/playerschoice50 off. Use code playerschoice50 off to get 50 off. We'll see you guys in the winner's circle because, well, that's what winners do. They eat Factor Meals. That's why Jalen Brunson did what he did in the finals because he ate Factor Meals before Game 5. All right, y'all. Yeah,
Before you go any further on, say it slow with me. High fructose corn syrup.
Yeah,
what he just said.
Corn. What did you say? Corn syrup. Corn syrup. Ron, are you from the South? Is this really what I'm hearing? Like that you're actually from the South, Ron? You just been telling people you're from Seattle? Corn syrup. Water. Say water, Ron.
Ron really from Mississippi.
Water.
We don't know that.
I actually am from Mississippi.
From Jackson. That's where you're from, Ron?
No, I'm from Natchez.
Corn syrup.
Kern syrup. No, Ron. Corn.
Y'all be making fun of Ron. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, Ron. This is why you
y'all.
This is why you in the chat. Look at the chat.
You are y'all.
No, I'm not y'all.
Y'all is you.
I'm not making fun of how you read it anymore. I'm saying, Ron, it is endearing. That is an endearing quality that you have, and I think that's what's make you so much money. You're so authentic. You're so authentic, and you're true to yourself. And truly, man, I think that makes you special, bro. W Ron.
Okay, first of all, I'm not making fun of Ron. Let's be clear about that right now. I'm not making fun of Ron. I'm just.
Yo, niggas in the chat don't even know. Y'all can't even tell me what high fructose corn syrup is. Yeah. Y'all literally don't know what it is.
Well, I don't know if we have chemists in here.
Y'all eat it every day and don't know what it is. Don't know what it's doing to you. Don't know why it's bad for you. Y'all don't even know what it is.
Look at Lindgren said.
What is high fructose corn syrup? Can anybody tell me what it is without Googling it? Nobody knows what it is, but y'all eat it every day.
Making fun of you for that.
No, but I'm making fun of y'all because y'all saying I don't know how to pronounce something that y'all don't know what it is, but I do.
You do.
Nobody knows what it is. It's literally in everything you eat. Everything, but y'all don't know what it is.
No, Ron, that's where it is. So what is it, Ron? Because you said
what is it?
Yeah, exactly. I know what corn syrup is.
Yeah. No, but see, it's not what you think it is. It is a substitute. It is a substitute for the sugar that they put in your food. So they use that as an artificial sweetener. So they use it to make your food.
You're literally looking. You're reading this on Wikipedia.
No, I'm not. I know what it is. I know what it is. They use it to replace the sugars. And the thing about it is, it makes your food sweeter. It makes it taste better. It makes it, So
that's why we have corn syrup in our syrup and our syrup and all that stuff. Yes.
No, it's not. See, that's what I'm saying. You hear syrup and you think it's syrup. No, it's not syrup.
It's in everything. You can literally find corn syrup in everything. I'm saying I agree with you. It's in. I was actually adding to your point. It's in everything. I'm agreeing with you. You're right, Ron.
and it's extremely terrible for you. It's one of the highest drivers in, cancer and things like that. But once again, people don't know that.
Wait, but Ron, but if it's in liquor, doesn't the liquor kill it though? Like a bacteria, like, you know what I mean? Doesn't it kill? Then so when you drink, the corn syrup's not staying in you. You actually kill all the corn syrup inside of you, right?
Fact. So when you do consume corn syrup, make sure you do it with alcohol, and then it'll make it all better.
Right.
That's a great idea right there. Yeah, I'm gonna drink something that's terrible for me and compound that with something that's even worse for me. Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah, but y'all make sure you stay away from that. That corn syrup. It's not doing you no good.
Facts.
But anyways, back to the Pistons. Actually, no. Let's get into this draft stuff, y'all. So a lot of teams have multiple picks. A lot of teams cooked up. A lot of teams maybe reach for prospects. But in full recap for the first 2 rounds of the draft, you guys talk to me. Let me know which teams do you think really stole the show for the NBA draft?
I think the first 4, like, we kind of gloss over it, like it's no big deal. Like, these was just the consensus first 4. But I mean, I think these guys are going to help these groups a lot. Like, I think AJ DeMonster, I think he's really going to help Washington. I think he's exactly what they need. So I got DeMonster at the 3, I got AD at the 4, and I got Alex Sarr at the 5. That's a damn good front court. And I think this kid is pro ready. He's going to be ready to play right now. You already know. I was saying this to you, Ron, in February, that Darren Peterson is the starting 2 guard in Utah. I was saying this to you months ago. I love him in Utah. I think he's perfect for what they're doing. You guys have already heard me say that there's no reason for Ja to still be in Memphis. We've already moved on with that group, and we're moving on with Boozer, Wells, Edie, and this kid Howard. This is our group that we're moving on with. And I think that they got a really good young core with them. And Mars jumped on me when I said this a couple of days ago, but I honestly think that this kid Caleb Wilson is going to be the best player in the draft. And I think the Bulls are onto something with what they're trying to build. I know how you guys feel about Josh Giddey and the health situation with him. More than anything is the biggest problem, because I don't think it's his game. I think it's the health situation. But with him, Basellis, and now Caleb Wilson, I think they own something in Chicago. I do. And I know it's easy to talk about the rest of the guys, but I think this first 4, I think they got it right. I definitely think they got it right.
Yeah. Sure. I want to stay on the Bulls though, right quick, Swiper. Sure. And I want to, because go ahead. You got it.
No, I think they won. I'm with you. Go ahead, Ron. I think they won the draft. I thought that getting Caleb Wilson to Swain was incredible. Go ahead.
And then even in the second round, they got Braden Smith. Mm-hmm. Oh no, was he traded to Indiana?
He went to Indiana, which I like for Indiana, by the way. Yeah, he went to Indiana. They left with Caleb. Yeah, I like Braden Smith in Indiana. He's the TJ McConnell replacement. No, that's really what he is.
Then what was the last person they drafted, but they was traded to Dallas? It's Instinko, the Russian.
I can't tell you. Yeah, I can't tell you nothing about him. We need Penn for that. Penn will tell you about his birthplace, everything. Oh.
Yeah, look, Dalen Mars, were you surprised? Because Dalen Swain had, he had oscillated from like, hey, he's late 20s at one point. And then people were saying he might get up to like 17, 18. Mm-hmm. I was pleasantly surprised with Chicago that they said this is a 6'7" kind of like do it all wing that doesn't have a super high defensive ceiling right now, but offensively is very good playmaker for what he is already. Really good ball handler. He can get downhill, but he's also a good shooter. He can self-create. And on top of that, he can fit in the scheme defensively. And he has starting forward level upside in the pros. Mm-hmm. I was genuinely, from a ready-made skill set standpoint, he is one of the highest floor players in the first round. Marsh, were you surprised that they took Dalen Swain that early at 15? Or were you happy with that pick they had?
I'm kind of on the side of you in terms of pleasantly surprised, because I like Dalen Swain. Now, with what Chicago have in terms of their roster, getting another guy who the 3-point shot is a big swing skill for them is like, but I am a believer in the upside of Dalen Swain. I do see like real 2-way viability with him. And like the stuff that he can do getting downhill as a big wing is like special. Yeah. I think it's very possible we're at a point where like whenever we discuss like the best ball handling 6'7", 6'8" plus players in NBA history, it's Paul George, it's I guess Kevin Durant, whoever you want to say. Jalen Swain is in them talks.
Wow.
His handle is ridiculous. His handle at his size,
for 6'7", 6'8" is crazy.
ridiculous.
Yeah,
he has one of the best handles I've ever seen at a player his size, and he's obviously a young player. But you do need to refine the 3-point shot. Now he's willing to shoot it, which I guess is kind of like a positive sign. He also knocks down his free throws, which is like an indicator that he could be decent. But yeah, just really good getting downhill. Solid intermediate game, gets steals, forces turnovers, he rebounds. I just really like Jalen Swain. I really like Jalen Swain. I'm interested to see how it works in Chicago because no one on their roster can reliably shoot right now. So, but yeah,
that was the thing that I was going to ask you, Mars. That was the thing that I was going to ask you because considering what the free agent market looks like I know how you feel about how depleted their in terms of shooting is, but I think that's something that I feel like we could shore that up too. So, Fontecchio would be on my short list of shooters because he's a free agent in Miami. He would be on my short list of shooters. And I know y'all gonna kill me for this. Pick up the telephone and check Malik Beasley's temperature. See what's going on with this kid. Find out if he can still shoot. Find out if he can still play. Because I think he can. And a guy like him, Fontecchio, and by the way, Mars, these are low rent guys too. These aren't guys that I got to pay a lot of money to. These are low rent guys, and these are guys who I think can help me right now. And I think that they have a lot of incentive, especially Malik Beasley, off the strength that he's trying to show that I still belong. So he would be playing for, I think he would be playing for an extension. And I think that he would want to, kind of like what happened when he was in Milwaukee that one year, where he ended up having that one year where he got really busy. And he ended up fumbling the bag with the nonsense that came out. But I think that the short list of shooters, if it's Chicago, I don't think that it's that big of a problem because they ain't really pay. I mean, they got Josh Giddey. They got Josh Giddey on a short deal. I got Caleb Wilson on his rook deal. I got
Josh Giddey's on 5 year, isn't it? It's a 5 year deal.
It's like what? Like
yeah, but it's not max money, is what he's saying. It's not.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. So I got Josh Giddey. I got Josh Giddey on his deal. I still got Basellas on his rook deal. I got this kid Caleb Wilson. I got him on his rook deal. I got
Nick
Claxton.
now.
The only bad contract they have on
Patrick Williams
is probably Patrick Williams.
Yeah, get him up.
I don't know what Claxton's making exactly, but Patrick Williams is
like 20-something million. Mars. He on the books for a little bit of money too. Like I think he signed that deal in
18.
Yeah, it was like 4 years, like 100 million. Like he on the books for a lot of money. He signed $100 million deal.
We're talking about Claxton, not Patrick Williams. We're talking about Claxton.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're talking about Claxton.
Yeah, Patrick Williams is on 18. He's just a bad contract. You need to just accept the contract at this point. But yeah, if I'm the Bulls and I'm looking at players, I mean Gary Trent Jr. just opted out of his player option. I think that could be a cheap guy who can shoot the ball. See what the asking price is on a guy like Duncan Robinson, maybe. Fontecchio, I think was a good name. I like that name. Yeah. Are Boston willing to give you a guy like Sam Hauser? I would look into that.
I mean, Colin Sexton, Jalen Swain, like.
No, we need guys to stretch the defense, though.
Traylon Jones, like Trey Jones.
You got what's buddy's name in Portland? Vic Krejci.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how you say his name.
Yeah, from Atlanta, Portland.
He a shooter. People like
Tim Hardaway Jr. would be available probably. But he's older.
I didn't know what his situation was in Denver, but yeah, Tim Hardaway, a Corey Kispert, maybe. Like anyone who's just willing to just shoot the three at high volume. I have multiple of them ideally. But yeah, that's why I'd be looking to fill the roster out with personally.
Yeah.
Another winner. Hello, Penn. Good to see you, brother. We were just talking about you.
I didn't even see Pembroke in the house. Penn kind of snuck in the back of the class.
Speak of the Angels. Good to see you, brother. Another person, Ron, that I said this. Then obviously some people stole it. Thankfully, it wasn't Mars because
person or team.
Huh?
Person or team?
Team. So team. Is that okay? Can we move to another team?
Yeah. Who you got?
Okay. I think the Spurs did a terrific job in this draft. Terrific job. First off, they got Terrace Reed obviously in the trade with Denver. I think he's a more than serviceable future backup 5 that they can have on the roster. But I think it's going to be an if, and it's going to be a gap year. But if Jaden Quaintance turns out to be what we think he could be, I think they legitimately have the best defensive front court we've ever seen. He has that kind of upside as a defensive player.
I really got to pay attention to this kid Queen. I've clearly not been paying
attention.
he's played about 30 college games in 2 years. So like,
Yeah.
there's not a whole lot of sample to look at, especially
Yeah.
like this past, he played like 5 games. So it is a lot of based on what he did at ASU, his high school stuff, and then his measurables and his movement patterns. So it's a lot of projection. But even assuming he misses this whole season, which I'm on the side of that's what should happen. He said he don't know if he's going to be playing in summer league. I don't know why he said that. You're not playing in summer league, buddy. No. Just letting you know now. But even if he misses this full season, he's just going to go into next season as a 19 turning 20-year-old. Like, that's how young he already is. So he's just going to be a regular one and done age after missing his whole rookie.
How big is he legit, Moss?
6'10".
6'9", 7'5" wingspan. 6'9", 7'5" wingspan.
Oh,
6'9" without shoes, by the way. So with shoes, 6'10", 7'5"
6'10" and a half.
Yeah.
That sounds like Ben Wallace.
Well, and then also too, the reason I say that,
that's why
like,
I compared him to Ben Wallace.
Yeah, Wemby's carrying a lot of that best defensive front court ever, but I think that kind of size and physicality and like just pure defensive tenacity next to Wemby could end up being like, just absolutely insane. But he has to be able to hit that, obviously, and it's going to take him a while to get there. But I like the gambles that they took in the draft. I think they got 2 centers. One guaranteed is going to be available to play. The other is a full project for the future, and they didn't need any more wings. They have plenty of ball handlers. They just need to make sure that the day they get off of Luke Cornett, which is, a couple years from now, that they're going to have people that are in the wings waiting. And then once they also get off of Keldon Johnson's contract, because he probably just needs to go anyway, then they have Quaintance and everything to fill up in that spot as well. Should he
giving up on Keldon Johnson already? I mean,
I don't think he's that.
Damn, motherfucker win 6 man, and you got to quit on.
Yeah, the best rotation player in the game, and we giving up on him already, Drench. That's it.
It's not giving up. He's been there for years. Like, it's not a diss to him, but he's like
6 man.
No, but he's not that good of a player though, Drench, is what I'm saying. Like, respecting him, like he's cool.
Why is he ain't that good of a player? Because they messed him up on the.
No, I've never been a big Keldon Johnson fan. When back in the day when they sucked, I didn't like Keldon Johnson. He's making $18 million a year
good
now.
Of a play though. Yeah, that's
no,
all right.
That's an expiring contract to trade. Yes, I am sending him out as a filler as soon as possible. He is not that kind of player that I want on my roster. But I felt like this back in 2021 though.
Okay.
2022.
Okay, but hold on. Okay, hold on. Let's unpack this. And I don't want to get you in the gotcha moment at all. I just really want to unpack. Hey, brother, put your
non-defensive four. That's not a high-level scorer.
Hey, listen what I'm saying.
Got baby fat.
He was a 6 man. He was a 6 man. It's not like he's, your number 1 or number 2 option. He does his job. He come off the bench. He scores enough points to keep y'all bench afloat. He's good energy. He's not like a lockdown defender. He's got good energy. He can function.
Put him on your team.
Where I would love Keldon Johnson to come off.
Yeah, I'm saying I'll trade. I'm good.
Why wouldn't Keldon Johnson be good in Denver? You don't think he'd be good in Denver?
No, I don't. I have never been a big Keldon Johnson guy though. Like, he reminds me of Grant Williams. I've never liked those kind of players.
No, he's way better than Grant Williams. But
Grant was really good. Like, Grant's making good money now.
Yeah, but Keldon Johnson better than him. My thing is, it's not a lot of 6 men better than Keldon Johnson in the NBA just hanging around waiting for a phone call or waiting to be traded.
That's relative, right? Like,
we can name
Dylan Harper was better than him on his own team, but he just didn't. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think Tim Hardaway Jr. I would rather have, like last year. Hammy Hawkins Jr. I'd rather have. Like AJ Mitchell, I'd rather have.
Would you rather have Sandro Mamakashvili?
No.
I would.
Samu was cooking last year. I would
rather have Keldon Johnson.
But again, I guess I did. Anthony Simons is, by the way, going to be a 6 man this year. Just so y'all know, like I think that would be a terrific ad for somebody. I don't know who's going to do it, but you could pay him during 12 million. Matter of fact, your Rockets, you pay him $12 million coming off the bench.
You know what's so crazy? So many.
Give me Tari Easton. Give me Tari.
So many people talking about, bro. I don't know why y'all doing Keldon Johnson like this, but so many people talking about like it's so many play. Bro, he's not good.
Yes,
he's not good.
I mean, it depends how you define good. I've never.
What do you mean he's not good? He's not good for what, Penn? Because we just seen him as the best rotation on a championship contending team.
He wasn't the best rotation player, though.
He's not good.
Yeah, but I don't think he could have won that
probably
award.
like
but the fact that he did means nothing to me.
So who was a better rotation?
I think the Spurs had 2 bench players better than him.
Cornette.
I don't care that he won the award.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cornette and Dylan Harper are better than him. So I don't care that he won 6 man.
Okay, well,
because in my opinion, he wouldn't even have made all 6 man first team.
Okay,
like that doesn't mean a
first and foremost, we already know. We've already had this conversation.
I don't think Cornette better than him either. But
well, we already had
That's
this
fine,
conversation.
that's fine.
Alex Caruso's way better than him.
Dylan Harper is not
way
a
better.
rotation guy. He's
He's
a
a better
star.
defender.
well, he was this year.
Wait, no,
so-
Alex Caruso is for sure way better. Yeah, I would
Okay,
much
so
rather have
Alex
Alex Caruso.
Caruso.
Peyton Watson's better than him.
Obviously,
going.
but he's not a 6-man anymore.
Peyton Watson
Respect
is a
to Peyton.
starter. Yes.
AJ Mitchell clears.
I think AJ Mitchell is better.
Cason Wallace clears.
Casey
Wallace.
Wallace started for Oklahoma City. By the
You don't
way.
think Casey Wallace better than Keldon Drench? Drench man,
Bro, we
Drench
talking
man?
about we talking, but y'all naming starters. We talking about
No, those are
Yeah.
those are bench players.
no.
those are bench
We
players.
talking about, we talking about coming off the bench, 13 points a
Kobe
game.
White's better than him.
Kobe White's
Kobe
for
White-
sure better than him.
Kobe White's a starter now, though. Like
He
that,
was
like
a bench player last year.
No,
Nas
Kobe
Reed's
White,
better
I'll
than
give you
him.
Kobe
He's a
White.
bench player because he's playing behind
Nas Reed,
LaMelo.
Kobe
Hey,
White.
Anthony Black's better than him when he was coming off the bench too.
Nas
Now
Reed's
what?
better than him.
Regardless of who's better than him, though, like we all still
Mitchell
have to
Robinson.
acknowledge whether you guys
Jaime
like it or
Hawkins
not.
better than him too, by the way.
He-
Jaime Hawkins is better than him too.
He had a good
Jaime
season
Hawkins is
last
better
year.
than
No, he did, but Ron,
It's a reason why playoffs. It was a big drop off. I was disappointed in Keldon because I've been pushing Keldon is a good player since 3 years ago when me and Mars were debating who's better between him and Devin Vassell.
Yeah, I've been on this side. Yeah, I've been
for
on this
sure.
side.
No, I don't think he's better than Devin Vassell.
You said he was better than
I
Devin Vassell.
I don't. Well, this was 3 years ago when he was leading the team in scoring, and it was just those two over there. But I mean, as of today, it's obvious Devin Vassell's better.
Man, I can't tell you how good it feels for the Vassell FC to be on the right side of history after all this time. Because I remember those Keldon Johnson days when he was getting them buckets. Again, he's a good player, Ron, and Drench. But I'm asking you, Drench, because you're a ball knower. You do
Shorten his
film.
role.
You got all these coaches and
he's
players in your
20,
DMs all the
17,
time.
like-
You got all these coaches and players in your DMs all the time. So obviously, you know ball. I'm saying, Drench, you would prefer players like AJ Mitchell, Alex Caruso, and other players as opposed to Keldon. We're not saying Keldon's a bad player, but for $18 million a year, Drench, if I can find a way to fill that spot or that salary allocation on my roster for a better fit, I would much rather do that.
Yeah, but here's the thing. We always talk about this like in hindsight. After a guy go stink it up in the playoffs, and after a guy go play bad against a bad matchup. Here's the thing that with Alex Caruso, I think Alex Caruso is a good player. On most situations, I would probably take Alex Caruso. I don't think Alex Caruso is the level of 6-man that Keldon Johnson is, meaning that he can come off the bench, he can get you instant scoring. He can, even when you're in a drought. Now, Caruso can score in spurts, like he plays the right way. So you swing the ball to Caruso, he's going to make the right play. Sometimes you do need a guy that come off your bench and can create his own shot. Sometimes you do need a guy that can run in transition, but that can give you that spark. That's what Keldon Johnson is. That's why his numbers go from 22 to 20 to 17 to now. They put him in a role that fits him as a starter and as a viable option in the first group. Yeah, he might score some buckets. It's just not as valuable as it is of him coming off the bench. So that's what I'm saying about Keldon Johnson that we overlooking. Like, yeah, he didn't play that great in the playoffs. Yeah, y'all might have had some different agendas as far as like with Devin Vassell. I'm a Devin Vassell guy, though. So I never thought about that. But seeing Keldon Johnson start, score all of them points, and then now he's on a championship contending team, and they concise his role to being a 6-man, and he's still holding his own. 13 a game. I think he shot 54%. Like, goddamn, we can't give bruh no credit. He not a good player. Like, it's not very many
Who said
guys
he's
that
not a good player?
Penn said he's not a good player.
Drent said he wasn't good.
That's why I said it depends how you.
No, I didn't say
define
that. Penn said that.
Yeah, Drent, I'm
But
not
it
I'm
depends
sorry,
how you-
Penn.
depends
I
how you
don't-
define good.
I don't want him on my team. I
Why can't he
think-
help you, Penn? What's the problem with him? Why can't
no,
he
he
not
can
help
he
you?
can help you if you're starved for people who are willing to take shots. Like
So,
he's,
so if you're on a- so if
he's
you're on a team with a
offensively
bunch of
assertive
chuckers,
and
so if
he's
you're on a team with a bunch
physical.
of chuckers is what you're saying.
What does
No,
that
I mean
mean,
he's efficient enough to not be considered a chucker. But like my view on it is, if you're comparing him to someone like Alex Caruso, Caruso can give you secondary ball handling. The defense alone, if Alex Caruso was a non-factor on offense, period, and shot 12% from 3, I'd still take him over Keldon Johnson because
So you
the
take Lou
defense-
Dort over Keldon Johnson?
No, Lou
All
Dort
right,
is a
then you
completely
wouldn't take
different.
Alex Caruso either.
We're not comparing these two players though, because
Why
Alex
not?
Caruso is a way better defender than Lou Dort. Way better defender.
Way better defender is crazy. Bro,
It's not
y'all got
crazy.
some-
I think
y'all got
Kayson's a
some-
better defender than Lou Dort. I think Alex
Way
Caruso
better
is
defender is crazy though.
I'll give
Alex
you
Is
that.
Caruso
Cam
is
Thomas
great.
a better 6-man than Keldon Johnson, Drench?
I do like Cam Thomas in a row. It just depends on what team, man. Like all of this, the 6-man stuff depends on the team. Like it's not as this conversation is not as simple as plug and play when it comes to that. It just really depends on what your roster needs. And at his size, you got we can't forget Keldon Johnson is way bigger than Cam Thomas too. So like at his size and the things that he can do is a little bit more valuable. But as far as a bucket getter,
Would you rather have Najee Marshall or Keldon Johnson?
Can I add to that though, Mark?
I like Najee Marshall. It depends.
You said what, Drake?
As a starter, as
a six man. That's what he is.
Well, as a six man, no, I would take Najee Marshall as a starter more than a six man. But
no, I know, but he's currently a six man. I'm saying like, would you take him as a six man off your bench over Keldon? Because that's what he is.
No, I would take Keldon Johnson.
Any day of the week.
I'm going to add to what Mark says. I'm going to say
I'm going to give you an obnoxiously long list of players I would prefer over Keldon Johnson. Just give me 1 sec. I got to draw this up.
So really quickly, Mark, the reason why I'm going to say no is because Keldon Johnson has shown me some versatility to do other things. Cam Thomas is just buckets. That's it.
Yeah.
Now
that's what I say. Depends on the team, Chill.
Keldon's showing you can do other things like what? Rebounds, offensive rebounds.
Smalls, dirty work stuff. Like, and we've seen in these playoffs how important extra possessions are. Right, we've seen how important a guy is knocking down an open shot. We've seen. Now, don't get me wrong. He kind of. I'm not going to say kinda. He did hurt us defensively because, like, when they got bigger, he couldn't guard. So that was
that's not his fault though, Chill. Because I knew this was going to come up. That wasn't his fault. That's Mitch Johnson's fault. Why are you playing Keldon Johnson at the 4 when clearly he's undersized? Like that's a roster, but that's a he should be playing. He should be a wing.
He's not a 3. He's not a 3 at all. No,
he's not a 4. He's not. He's more of a wing player. He's more of a wing player than he is a big. Like 100%.
He's a tweener. He's
not a 3.
I don't. Keldon Johnson's never played a big. He didn't play that in high school. He didn't play that in college. He didn't play that his first years in the league. They literally shoved him at the 4 this year.
Yeah, you sneak him at the 4 right now.
Due to them not having other bigs to put it to 4. And part of it is a league situation too, where the league just went small
every year of his career.
Yeah, like he's
that's what he is.
He's a tweener though. Like
you sneak him at the 4. You sneak him at the 4.
Defensively, he's too slow for most 3s, but then he's too small for most 4s.
Yeah.
So you end up having like this weird conundrum of like, what do you do with him defensively? And then offensively, it's like he can shoot, but he has like this really weird, like mechanical, like wind up shot that is like easy to bother in like many instances. So like, you don't really need to run him off the line because most late contests can bother him. And like, especially in the playoffs, his touch just abandons him. So like you ended up with like this really volatile, inefficient 2-point scorer who teams are fine letting leave wide open for 3s, who's not a good defender and makes horrible decisions every time the ball is in his hands. So he ends up just becoming this like overwhelming negative. I don't think he's that bad, but I also think he has like a lot of bad tendencies, which is like what tends to be with 6 men. Like there's a reason most of them
that's why they're 6 men. Yeah, exactly.
Because like they're too damaging to start, but the scoring punch is valuable, which is why I understand what Jordan's saying in terms of as a 6 man, Keldon's better than like a Caruso, because like there's a difference between a player who comes off the bench and a 6 man in terms of what the job entails. Right. Like Caruso is a better player than Keldon Johnson, in my opinion. I'm assuming Jordan thinks the same, but I don't know. He's a better player, but him coming off the bench is to like change the game, force turnovers, be a wrecking ball, cause havoc, all of that great stuff.
And he does.
But when you think 6 man, and he does that, and he's amazing, and he's better than Keldon Johnson. But when you think 6 man, you think guy who comes in, instant offense, scoring punch. That's the role of a 6 man. So when you say Keldon Johnson's a better 6 man than Alex Caruso, you're not saying Keldon Johnson's a better player than Alex Caruso, or even Keldon Johnson's a better bench player than Alex Caruso. You're saying for this particular role,
that's what the role is. That's why he's not a starter.
Bench, yeah. So I understand what you're saying. Now, ultimately, I still don't really care that Keldon Johnson's better for that role. But I understand what you're saying. I just don't really like Keldon Johnson that much. I think he can be cool in the regular season, but I do think the playoff limitations are real, like extremely real, which is why I have my reservations with him. But he had a good season.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that too, Mars. Like I feel like people forget the role of a 6 man is literally most of the time it isn't usually like a point guard that come off the bench and handle the team. You are a 6 man because you don't fit with the starters. Like you don't fit with the starters. Like you usually you're a ball stopper in a lot of cases. B, you're not functioning well with the flow of the game. So they just make you a 6 man because it's like what you do is valuable, but for the team in this segment, I know back then they used to grade. I'm pretty sure they still do now.
Bad, though, Drench. It just sounds
they used to, but that's just what it is. They used to grade lineups they used to grade lineups like this is the best lineup.
Maybe I'm just better coming off the bench. Like
you better because you don't fit with the starters. That's why.
That can't be. But some people have their best players coming off the bench too,
because they don't fit with the starters.
Peyton Pritchard's the same thing. Dylan Harper's coming off the bench. You know he's better than somebody.
Dylan Harper coming off the bench because De'Aaron Fox makes $50 million. Like that's the reason why. But
no, but I said Peyton Pritchard
and they didn't know that Dylan Harper was this
going to be.
They knew he was good. Nobody knew he was going to be this good.
And don't say you knew that, Penn, because you didn't. Don't say that you knew that, Penn, because you did not know that. This kid was going to be that good.
I knew he was going to be good. Nobody knew he was going to be that good that fast.
I didn't know who was going to be that good. Dylan Harper
did not know he was going to be this good.
That fast.
Well, I'm so happy that all of our conversations are recorded. Go back and listen to Ron and I debating Ace Bailey versus Dylan Harper, and you realize how quickly
you never said in his rookie year he was going to be this good.
Too, but
no, I didn't say he was going to be.
Is different than how good he's actually been.
When he got to San Antonio, did I not tell you that De'Aaron Fox was immediately expendable?
No, I told y'all that. I told y'all that before. First of all, I told y'all that before.
It's possible for two people to be right. Okay,
I told he was gonna be this good.
I think
I told y'all that before he even got there. No, y'all did. No, I need to, bro. We need to go pull up the episode.
No, because I'm not a
y'all
guy.
disagreed with me.
Even my biggest hater in the chat is telling me Ken actually did say that.
No, don't do it, y'all. Don't do it, y'all.
No, YouTube swiper.
No, I didn't.
Y'all disagreed with me when I said that.
Didn't. There's no way, because I know how I feel about Fox. I got a whole argument last year when you were not on the show. I got a whole argument with Ron, Ox, and Chill, and Mars left me by myself about De'Aaron Fox in particular. I don't think De'Aaron Fox is like that, but I've been very clear about this.
No, you have. But I'm saying, no, you have. But I'm saying, I remember before they even drafted him, when he was supposed to be the number 2 pick, I said, if the Spurs pick Dylan Harper, I said that's going to let you know what they actually feel about De'Aaron Fox. A lot of people were like, no, they can use both of them. I'm saying, I'm telling you, if they pick a guard at number 2, they're going to get rid of De'Aaron Fox. Maybe not the first year, but soon. That's what's going to happen.
But that's not the same thing as.
Oh well, yeah, I still don't agree with that statement.
They had to take him number 2 because he's clearly the number 2 player in the draft. Ron, what did I tell you before I got on the show? What did I tell you I was going to shoot?
I'm not going to put your business out there.
Well, what did you say you were going to shoot?
I think I told him I said I was going to shoot. No, chill. No. I think I told Ron. I think I said something like I'm going to shoot 6 for 67 today.
Trash.
Okay, so absolute chucker behavior. True Cam Thomas of the panel right now. Let me give you a list of 10 players.
Cam Thomas and Benedict up here. Nice.
Damn. I'm going to give you a list of 10 players that are going to make you lose your mind, but these are 10 players that I personally, this is my opinion, I'm not saying they're better. I'm saying I would rather have them on my bench as a forward / like in a forward position than Keldon Johnson.
Sure.
Santi Aldama. Tari Eason.
I don't disagree. I disagree with Tari.
I agree with Tari. I don't know how you.
I disagree with Tari Eason too, though.
Jalen Smith.
I agree.
Healthy Robert Williams.
I agree.
Yeah, that's not a forward.
Jalen Smith from Chicago.
You're naming bigs now, but
you naming 5. Jalen Smith is a 5 too, though. Damn.
Yeah.
Jalen Smith is most typically a front court player. I'm trying to stay away from like pure 5s. Like I'm not naming Luke
Robert
Barnett,
Williams is a pure 5. He ain't nothing else but a 5. Nothing else.
He's a pure 5.
Okay, fine. Okay, I'll take Robert Williams off. I'll still get to 10.
You might want to take Jalen Williams. You might want to take Jalen Smith off too.
No, Jalen Williams is a 4-5. Okay, Alex Caruso.
Yeah.
Hold on, Jalen Williams, like J-Dub? J Will?
Jalen Smith in Chicago.
Sorry, Jalen
Williams.
Yeah, he said Jalen Smith. He's a 5 too, though. He just a stretch 5.
He probably is a 5 too. But I can see him at the 4, so I can.
You'd be even worse with him at the 4.
Well, Keldon Johnson's a 4. What the fuck y'all want? Okay.
No, he like the tweener.
Alex Caruso. Cool. That's a 3. Okay.
Yes.
Oso Iguodaro.
It's another big, but
He's starting now,
He's
by
a
the way,
4.
too. He's starting
But
right
he
now. by the
started
way.
late, so
He a
came
5.
out
Them
the bench.
and he's a
motherfuckers
5.
don't
He's
shot
kind of a
his
5
ass. And I
on
love,
that.
and
I
I,
don't think he's
and I like
Mark Williams
Oso.
just got extended. Mark Williams just
No.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
Oso Iguodala a lot, but he a 5. He can't do shit. But he Ben Simmons. That's really what he is. He
Okay,
Ben Simmons.
let me rephrase this. Every one of these players will come off the bench for the Spurs in place of Keldon Johnson. Okay, let's do that.
I don't think they would be in place
So
of him.
Santi
But
Aldama
sure.
ain't starting. So Santi Aldama, Tari Eason, Jalen Smith, Naz Reid, Alex Caruso, Oso Iguodala, Jaime Jaquez, Najee Marshall, Sandro Mamukelashvili, and because y'all made me take Robert Williams off the list, let me throw in Day'Ron Sharp. There you go.
I agree with all of those. That's another big, but I agree with all of those names.
Because
Over
they
Keldon
big.
Johnson?
That's why.
Yeah, I agree with
All right,
all
I'm
of
not,
those.
I'm not all the way
Johnson-
on that list. I'm not all the way on
Keldon
that
Johnson guarding 4s. He
I
guarding
said
Julius
Santi
Randle. So
Aldama
I'm
is
sorry.
not
Yeah,
good, but
yeah,
everyone
yeah.
else-
Like
list. Wait, you didn't say
every one of
Naz
these
Reid
players-
either.
I
You
did
said
say
Naz
Naz Reid.
You said Nas? You said
But-
Nas?
But yes,
Twice.
I disagree with Santi Aldama, but everyone else, yeah, I'm fine.
Man,
They
you
were on
said
Sharp?
No,
Yeah,
I'm
do
not
I-
talking about Day'Ron Sharp.
Santi
Day'Ron Sharp
Aldama and
is-
Keldon Johnson are two cheeks of the same. Yeah,
I mean,
Two
Yo.
cheeks of the same ass.
Yo,
I don't know about Day'Ron Sharp.
I
If I
totally
don't-
disagree with y'all on the Keldon Johnson.
I do
joint.
too. I think
You know,
Keldon Johnson is a lot better than y'all.
You
give
know,
him credit
it is.
for.
what
I've
it is.
been on this side with Keldon Johnson for a long
I
time.
guess you
Yeah.
just got to stay there. It's
Yeah.
cool. All right, it's cool.
Yeah,
I ain't mad at you. Stand on your business, but I think
Keldon
y'all
Johnson
tripping on
is better.
Keldon.
All right,
healthy-
everybody. Regardless,
healthy idealized Jonathan Isaac.
Yeah, Jonathan Isaac better than a lot of motherfuckers though. Like he
Facts,
better than a lot of
facts,
people. If he
facts.
just
He
stayed
need that
healthy,
Alonzo procedure. That's what he needs. Yeah, he
way
need that Alonzo procedure.
that motherfucker need that dude with them legs, with them long ass that BBL leg surgery. That's what his ass need or something. He need them new legs. He need to go get that shit off somebody that's just that's just like 5'10" and stretch them motherfuckers out or something. I don't know. Cause his shit don't work. His shit get broke every time he step on the court.
Pray on it.
Tragic, man. It's tragic.
But I like Jonathan Isaac though. Jonathan Isaac, one of my favorite players in the NBA. I've been talking high about him since he got in the NBA. It's just his ass always hurt. He better than a lot of people in the NBA when he healthy. He just always hurt.
Pin Max Strus.
He's better than Keldon Johnson.
Honestly,
Yeah,
he's so
yeah.
much better. Oh my God,
Oh
Max
my
Strus,
God, so much
probably
better.
one of the
Crazy.
best defensive jumps I've seen in a really long
Jalen
time.
Yeah,
Tyson is also
because
better
he
than
sucked.
Keldon
Yeah, because he
Johnson,
sucked
though.
on defense before he started playing.
I don't
lot
think
of-
he's
lot of
ever really
names.
sucked on defense, but like he got good on defense. Like he's
What about Dennis Jenkins?
he's not a
Now we're
front court
naming
player.
guards.
Well, I know, but I'm saying just 6 minutes.
Yeah, that's close. That's really close. I like Dennis Jenkins. I mean, I like Dean Wade.
But
There's
in
so
the,
many
in the
players.
given task, but
I would take Jacoby Walter. I mean, goddamn, like I'm
Y'all
sorry,
be
like
tripping, bro.
there's legit reasons to not be a super high person on Keldon Johnson. I find him to be. They need to trade him. I'm just straight
All right,
up saying.
fellas. Well, regardless of what side you're on with Keldon Johnson, whichever side of the cheek, just know that we can all find an agreement on Splash Sports. We can find common ground. We can all find a place to win, and that's right here on Splash Sports. And now know this. When you scan this QR code or when you click the link in the bio and download the Splash Sports app and you use code CHOICE, you will have access to the highest multipliers in all of DFS. You will get a 100% deposit match up to $50, and you will get a 100% quick picks boost. But what's even better than all of that is that you're competing against other real human beings, other actual fans. You're not competing against the house. You're not competing against a sports book, an algorithm, or anything that's an uphill battle. That's why Splash Sports is the best app out there when it comes to making a little bit of money on your favorite sports, and more specifically on your favorite players in those sports. Now, me today, who I'm a rock with, I got one specific pick that I think all of you guys need to have in any contest that you're doing in any quick picks on Splash Sports. And that is none other than Marina Mabrey. Marina Mabrey. I should be proud of all you guys for choosing Marina Mabrey. And, well, she's not playing tonight. One, because, well, the team's not playing. But two, because even if the team was playing, they would give her the day off after she just set a WNBA record of 53 points yesterday. She was hot as fish grease, hot as the sun, hot as ever. And, when you're that hot, I don't think you can just cool down in 2 days. So that's why I'm taking Marina Mabrey tomorrow against ironically, the Phoenix Mercury, because she's going to be just as hot as Mercury when she plays them to go more than 21.5 points. Give me Marina Mabry. I wish I could take her 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 6 times on this contest, but I know I'm taking her as my first pick for tomorrow. Well, I can take her today and she could still, be on whatever slip that I place today. So I'm taking Marina Mabry. They play tomorrow, but I'm taking her today. More than 21.5 points. That's light for Marina. We'll see you guys in the winner's circle. Make sure to use code choice, download the app, and get your money. All right, fellas.
I forgot beef stew.
We're talking about draft winners.
Grizzly. Yeah.
We were talking about the Spurs. I do want to talk about their 2 draft picks that they got in the second round. So obviously we know that they got their 2 guys in the first round, but they're 2 bigs. But they got 2 second round picks. I'm not too privy to them. Penn, or any of the other guys, I want to ask, are you guys familiar with Jacoby Gillespie? He went to Tennessee. He's a guard. And also Malik Brown went to Duke. He's a forward.
I'm more familiar with Malik Brown, but I'll let Penn talk about
No, go ahead. Go ahead on Malik Brown.
Yeah, Malik Brown. It's pretty obvious. What the Spurs are doing is they're just trying to find bigs who can play alongside Wemby, but also back him up and not bleed value. So they've gone with 3 bigs who are all different in some ways, but all still really functional defensively. Malik Brown was Duke's best defender this year, in my humble opinion. He has a long way to go offensively in terms of just being a viable outside threat, offered really no floor spacing ability, and isn't the greatest around the rim. In fact, I don't know if the numbers bear this out, but like him and Kambuzu are kind of a clunky fit, and especially in comparison to like him and Pat Gomba. But defensively, he's really active, great hands, forces a lot of turnovers, gets a lot of deflections. You really just can't throw passes around him. That's kind of the way he functionally rim protects, because like he's kind of undersized for a big, but he can play the 4 or the 5 because of like his hands and his ability to get deflections. But offensively, he's a very, very long way away from being viable. But you do like the idea of having someone who is as active as he is defensively in terms of forcing deflections, forcing turnovers. And he's also shown some ability to like bring the ball up a little bit. I don't think they're ever going to use that, but he has shown some ability to do that. So there is some like, I guess, room for exploration in terms of his offensive game to see what he can do. But I think this was mainly made to see if he could play alongside Victor Wembanyama as a 4-man for the Spurs. Low risk, medium rewards draft pick for me personally. That's kind of how I view it.
So based on these 3 picks, and then we'll get to the 4th pick, the kid that they got from Tennessee, I don't necessarily know if I want to classify the Spurs as a winner. Well, it's too early to classify him as a winner because, like, with all their picks seem like they're projects. So it's more so like, I guess if one of them could turn out to be a competent big that can step into that Luke Cornett role, or even, God forbid, a starter and can play next to Wemby, then it's like they win. But all these guys have to prove it. They all have to develop. They all have to become serviceable NBA players. So it's like none of these guys are, I think, day 1 rotation players.
I agree.
I think Quaintance would have been, but also can't play. So.
Yeah, and his biggest thing is it's not even necessarily the tools that he has. It's his needs.
Yeah.
I think Jaden Quaintance bleeds so much value offensively that it would be almost unplayable on that end of the court right now, just because there's touch issues, passing issues, lack of shooting, free throw shooting. So it would be like a gimmick, like maybe 8 minutes off the bench to shake shit up, kind of gimmick. But you'd have to simplify the role to just stand in the dunker spot, and if you get the ball, go up and dunk it. With Jacoby Gillespie, he's fast. Like, he's insanely fast. I think he was like one of the fastest guards to test at the combine. He has lightning quick hands, really disruptive defensively for like an undersized guy. He has decent wingspan, like 6'3", 6'4" wingspan for a 6'1" guard. He grew a lot through his years at college basketball. He's veteran, type of guard. He's a classic table setter, great connectivity, can play on and off the ball, not a great shooter. And obviously the size issues at the NBA level are going to be a huge indicator of like, can you overcome it, right? But I think there's enough athleticism there, enough tenacity there, enough growth there for him to maybe, everyone's looking for the next Dennis Jenkins right now. Everybody, everybody's looking for the next Colin Gillespie. this guy has a chance to be something like that, I think.
Okay. Well, let's move on to another team. Who else do you guys think cleaned up in the draft? We started with the Bulls. We just talked about the Spurs. Who's another team that you guys think hit a home run?
I actually like this kid. I want to make sure I get his name right. No, yeah, he traded to Minnesota. Isaiah Evans. I think he should have stayed in school. I think he could have stayed in school one more year, but I really like his upside, yo. I like his ability to finish at the rim. I didn't realize he was 6'6". He kind of gives me a lead guard, more of a Lou Williams type of player. Lou Williams type of player, like a guy that's coming off screens, knocking down open shots, but can finish at the rim. Like he can get me buckets. He will defend. Like I can appreciate the 185 pounds. That's small. Yes, I'm not going to argue that point at all. That's 6'6". That is small, but I mean we could work on that. I think we can get him stronger. I think we can get him bigger. With that being said, I really like his feel for the game. Like I ain't watched a lot of Duke basketball, but I really pay attention to guys who come off screens and read screens, whether it's at the long ball line, whether it's in the mid range. When they come off screens, whether they're shooting, whether they're shooting or whether they're processing the defense, I really pay attention to that stuff. And this kid, Isaiah Evans, he actually does really good. He's a really good processor when he comes off screens. He knows when to shoot the basketball. He knows when to get off the ball too. So I actually like him.
He kind of reminds me of a worse Bingham.
Kind
He's
of
a good player.
That's just because
He got a lot of those comparisons.
Yeah,
in,
he's good.
and
Like
he went to Duke.
I think he adds a lot to Minnesota in
kind
particular.
of look like
but
him too.
He definitely
I don't see the self-creation upside that you guys
Yeah.
see. I don't think the ball he should never put the ball on the floor, in my opinion.
He got better at it.
It's not. We ain't running ISOs for him. No, we're not doing that. It's quick stuff. It's like blow
Compared to
eyes,
Lou
stuff
Williams.
like that, and getting to the rim.
Yeah,
no,
that's why the Lou Williams stuff confused me a little bit.
When I said Lou Williams, I didn't mean Lou Williams in terms of like give him the basketball and just let him go one-on-one. No. I meant like coming off screens and knocking down open shots, stuff like that. That's the stuff
He's
that
like,
remind me of with Lou Williams.
his absolute upside is like slightly taller Isaiah Joe. You know, like he pulled from anywhere. I do like the confidence, you know. Maybe I don't like how much confidence he has sometimes because he be crazy. Like he will pull it from anywhere at all times. You need numbers. I mean, shit, the Chicago Bulls could have used this. Like, because this guy will take 15 threes a night for you if you let him, right? He has like the Trey Johnson situation, you know, with Washington. I'm just not sure if the frame translates. I don't think he processes the game well at all. He can't do much of the self-creation at all. He's not a good passer. The frame.
They just need him to shoot next to LaMelo and Ant, though, kind of right now.
But I think there's a limit to like how far you go in the NBA if all you can do is shoot. I think like we're past the point where you can just shoot. Like I think you have to be able to be a positive, neutral defender, which is hard to do when you're 185 pounds.
People keep going through his chest. Like that's just a common theme when he's playing defense. Like he just can't hold his ground.
Right.
But exactly. He can bulk up, we'll see. But right now, it's tough to see him getting on the court a whole lot with how bad he is on defense. Like he competes. I'll give him credit. He does compete. He just physically just can't.
Is he the inverse of Jalen Clark when they drafted him? Like Jalen Clark couldn't do anything offensively, but he was a good defender. Isaiah Evans can't do anything defensively, but he's a good shooter.
I didn't say he can't do anything defensively. I just don't think he can hold his position defensively. Like if he gets stuck on a cross match, he's dead. You know, but he has good length. Like he's about 6'9" wingspan.
How many guards can stuck on a cross match and win though? You know, that's also
a lot. No, hold on. Win what? Win like okay, so like
win the possession.
I'll separate it. Win the possession or win the 5-second stint. And that's where I draw the line. It's like I need a guard to buy me seconds so that I can recover and adjust, double, switch. Some guards offer like no seconds of resistance. They don't have the length. They don't have the strength.
Like most of them don't, though.
I
feel like Tyler Hero, like
Fred VanVleet. Fred VanVleet will give you 3 seconds.
Yeah, but Fred VanVleet is
Jalen Brunson give you enough seconds so you can scrum him out.
Jalen Brunson will give you 3 seconds, and Jalen Brunson is considered a notoriously poor defender. Darius Acuff will give you -3 seconds. Like that's the gap.
You can't have -3 seconds in a real time world. There's no way to lose seconds, by the way. But I think some of this is like facts. Nice. I think some of this is like Tyler Hero can't hold up either. Like most of these players can't hold up.
Yeah, but now you're naming guys who can like
objectively bad defenders.
But
I
yeah,
mean,
you're
what's
naming
a
bad
mid-level?
defenders who are functional.
What's a mid-level
offensive,
guard defender in the league? Like, who's the definition of one? Because Drew is obviously on the other side of it. So, like, who is a mid-level guard defender?
Isaiah Joe.
No,
You think Isaiah Joe is on the bad side of it?
I think that outside of OKC, he is going to be back on the bad side of it for sure.
Who did he just go to? Detroit? He just went to another great defensive situation. So, I mean,
no Chet. No Chet. We'll see. But he's a good player. But maybe that's it. Yeah,
he's
maybe that's
like, I actually like the Isaiah Joe personally. I think the Isaiah Joe thing is fair. I think he has a quicker trigger than Isaiah Joe. I think a big reason why Isaiah Joe becomes borderline unplayable in the playoffs is his trigger isn't as quick as a guy like Jared McCain. So like efficiency be damned. Sometimes we do just need you to get him up. Isaiah Evans is one of those guys. He is just going to get him up. So I do like that about him. But yeah, I don't see a world in which I'm not going to say I don't see a world. Right now, I don't see how he's able to put the ball on the floor at the NBA level. I don't see how he's able to score inside the arc with his frame right now. And then defensively, you are just going to run through him every single time. So it's going to be hard for him to stick on the floor. But in like lineups in which you need shooting or you need someone who's willing to take shots to complement a LaMelo, whoever, I do think he could be good in that role. And especially if you do run anything for him, like he's more than just a spot up guy. Like he is someone
who can shooter. Yeah.
He can come off designed actions. He can come off.
That's why I like
it. Go screens with him. And
yeah, he can relocate. Go screen. Him and Kambuza had a really great inverted pick and roll game. That like worked amazingly for them at Duke. So like if you're able to do some of that in Minnesota, like those things are valuable. But he is pretty much only a shooter. They went a very versatile shooter.
Dillingham to Bones Highland to Isaiah Evans. They're like trying to find that perfect mesh of that. Like
they do like their skinny guards. That is one thing they like.
Would you rather this kid Evans or Malik Thomas?
Malik.
You know what? I like
Malik solely because I think he's a better shot creator, especially in the mid range.
That's what I was thinking. He can put the ball.
But the biggest issue with Malik Thomas is he's one of the worst athletes that I've ever seen.
Better than athlete.
Oh, to me, and I think I don't think he'll be able to score in the paint at all. But I think he is maybe a better shooter than Isaiah Evans, even if Isaiah Evans has less of a conscience. But in terms of just like making the shots, I think Malik Thomas is probably the better shooter. But he's also smaller. I think he's about 6'3", maybe 6'3", 6'4".
One of the worst athletes you've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not going
hyperbolic, but yes, I think
extremely. Yes, like I wouldn't even say he's like if I had to rank him in this draft, he's probably like a 35th percentile athlete in this draft.
Then, Can you be I think the functionality of his athleticism, especially in the paint, doesn't exist, in my opinion. There's I don't know the exact numbers, but I know his.
Do you mean like verticality? Because like, so
yeah,
there's
the
like
ability to
functional basketball.
Yeah,
like functionally on basketball court, I'm looking at athleticism on vertical, horizontal, and diagonal planes, right? Okay. So vertically speaking, like, can you get up? And obviously, height is going to make a huge difference here. He's a bigger-ish guard, especially if he ends up playing more of a combo guard one. So I'm not as worried about that. Plus, guards aren't exactly expected to protect the rim that much anyway, so vertical is almost never as important unless we're talking about finishing over length. The second thing is obviously horizontal, is like how quickly and how smoothly and efficiently can you change directions in the open court. And then obviously laterally, we're talking like moving your feet, left, right. So on those three planes of athleticism, and then we can go to the fourth dimension, which is strength, right? Which is also a big part of athleticism.
He's strong. I think
that's what I think.
Yeah, I gave the lazy definition of athleticism. I can concede to that. More so just the vertical explosion, the pop. From like the paint non-restricted area, he was 30% this season. Like if he's not, and Arkansas do a lot to design like rim attempts and whatnot. So like he got some easier baskets than I expect for him to get at the NBA level. But in terms of like him being able to generate his own shot and get 2 feet in the paint and score consistently, I don't see that.
We're talking about Isaiah Evans. We're talking about Isaiah.
Malik Thomas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, his non-Darius Acuff minutes were very impressive.
I subsequently found Malik through Acuff, and then I was because him and Brazil.
Is that how you found Brazil as well?
Yes, but only because of A-Cup, obviously. And so, but they were good.
I think Brazil
in the
gonna let
run.
you down, but we'll talk about that.
You said he's what?
I think he's gonna let you down a little bit.
Yeah, he's definitely, those athletes don't always translate. He reminds me of Willie Cauley-Stein a little bit. So, like, we'll see what happens with him.
Yeah,
but just a better shooter than Willie.
A little slow.
But yeah, Malik is good, y'all. Like, he's a legitimately good traditional point guard in a lot of ways. Y'all don't this is probably a little bit too deep cut for y'all, and I would not expect you to remember who Curtis Jones is. He played for Denver. I think he's like a better version of what he is. He went through like Buffalo and Iowa State and all that. Again, you don't know who Curtis Jones is. It's perfectly fine. Like, yeah, I think Malik is if he's healthy, Penn, I think he's a long-term backup spot start guard, maybe starting guard at some point in time. I think he's a very technically sound player.
How would you compare him to someone who went to Baylor named Jacoby Walter?
Jacoby, but even before that, bro, what's the name? That the only bust that we've had, Jared
Butler.
Jared Butler, like something along those lines. Not super high.
Why do you think Jared Butler a bust?
Well, he's not a bust, but relative to other, me and Mars talked about this because I said there's not been a bust out of Baylor. He's like, well, what about Jared Butler? I'm like, well, no, Jared wasn't a bust. He was just the worst of the bunch that have come out in the last few years.
He said Baylor's had no bad NBA players.
We don't. We do not. Jared Butler's a good player.
Yeah, Jared Butler's a good player. He's small. He's small, but he's a good player.
I don't think Jared Butler is bad. Yeah. I don't think he's good.
But Malik Thomas is like a better.
Jared Butler better than Malik Thomas, but Malik Thomas is bigger. That's what I think, right? Malik Thomas is bigger, right?
If he is, it's marginally. Maybe like
Malik Thomas is. Let me find out.
Malik Thomas is about 6'3", 6'4". Jared Butler's about 6'2", 6'3".
Jared Butler might be 6'1" for real. Jared Butler kind of small.
I agree, he's small, but I always assumed Jared Butler was 6'2".
Yeah, he is 6'3". Well, he's. Man, you know what's that? Because some people
because I saw Jared Butler at Baylor. For Team USA camp again this summer. I mean, I saw him when he was at Baylor, but I saw him for Team USA camp. I was like, he's kind of small. He's still shorter than me when I saw him.
He's shorter than you.
Barefoot
Malik Thomas is 6'3". So
no, Malik Thomas is 6'4" then.
Yeah, he's 6'4". So I was gonna say 6'3", 6'4", and Jared Butler probably 6'1", 6'2".
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, this is.
I know that's marginal, but not really marginal. But hey,
I feel you.
6'2" guard and 6'4" guard, two different things.
Malik is the type of player that if you had him in Houston, you had him in Minnesota, or wherever he goes, I think he's just a legitimately. We need an additional ball handler that's not going to make a lot of mistakes. That's going to be a high-end player, and I think he's not an absolute like bust on the defensive end, and like he's somebody that can get involved and like be an upper, like a high-level, high-floor player at his peak. I actually think he can have a really good NBA career. He's not A-Cup, and A-Cup has that shot making that puts him in Dame territory. But like, I think Malik legitimately could be a starter in this league. He's that good.
I agree. I like Malik more than Isaiah.
Yeah. Fellas, I'm gonna pivot to the next team / the next players. By way of super chat, my man, all is well, AJ. All is well, AJ said my Atlanta Hawks had a good draft. What do you guys think we should do next?
Trade what's their point guard name? That is really a Toyota Camry, but Chill think is a Bentley. Yeah, I'm getting rid of that.
Oh, nice.
I'm not trading.
Yeah, I'm packing Dyson up. And the reason why, and I usually don't do this, Chill, but I'm packing Dyson up is because the little defensive, I'm gonna use y'all term, the defensive gimmick, that shit is over.
I knew you was gonna say gimmick.
Yeah, that shit is over with. That motherfucker need to play some offense, Chill.
Oh, he doesn't have. He definitely needs to get better as an offensive player.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna argue that point.
It's more than he needs to work on a lot of offense.
He needs to work on a lot of shit. And Kingston Fleming is Kingston Fleming. I mean, maybe Kingston Fleming giving you that. Sometimes you need that competition to kind of, get you going. Maybe Kingston Fleming giving that competition because I could see Kingston Fleming coming off the bench and then they give him 10 minutes and then in his 10 minutes he go 4 for 4. He get a steal, a dunk, and then they gotta stash him because Dyson coming in and then Dyson come in and stink that shit up for 10 games and then Kingston minutes go from 10 to 12 to 15 to 20. And then next, we got to just make a decision. Get your ass up out of here.
I think they can play together, though.
And on top of that,
that would be dope, but I don't know, man. I want the game to kind of go back to traditional a little bit. And when I say traditional, I kind of want to get some of these
positions. Play
I
your
kind of want to get
position.
some of these combo
Yeah, but
guards
Kingston
out.
can be
Play
your
the two
point guard,
guard.
and Dyson can be your Tony Allen.
I was just about to say, see, Tony Allen was a little different though. Like Tony Allen was a little different. Dyson
In what
is
way?
nowhere near the defender as Tony Allen. That's what kept Tony Allen on the floor.
I agree, but I think Dyson, he's not Tony Allen. Let's make that much clear.
for sure.
But the role is similar in terms of we know you're really only out here for defense, and whatever you give us on offense is a bonus. And Dyson is probably the closest equivalent you have to a Tony Allen in terms of that being your role in the NBA as a guard.
Yeah,
but I do think there are Dyson has some redeeming qualities offensively in terms of some of the passing stuff.
Yeah,
like they used him a lot as a screener this year. And when he catches the ball in the pocket, he's got a good floater he can get to. I think there's still some stuff you could get to with that. The issue is for 25 million. Am I really using a short roll guard?
Yeah. No, you're not doing that, Miles. In fact, you already made it clear that he's a wing. Okay, I'm gonna put him at the wing, even though I did like him at the lead guard, because I got tricked, by the way. I did like him at the lead guard because when he played behind Trey, he came in and gave you valuable minutes in a short period of time. What I got tricked with was when you actually gave him the ball and now you got to run our offense. Okay, those two things ain't the same thing.
Yeah.
You coming in and running our offense for a couple of minutes and it looking good while we got it going, and then we giving you the ball for the entire game. Those two things are different. He can get downhill. I actually like him as a one-on-one defender. I think he's even better in gaps. I think he's better off the ball as a defender. I don't love him as a jump shooter. In fact, I hate him as a jump shooter. That's why I was adamant. That's why I was adamant with you guys that we got to get his ass in the lab. And his ass need to get better as a jump shooter.
Shooting is fucking hard, too.
I mean, he seems to be regressing as a jump shooter. That's the biggest concern.
Man, like if you have the mechanics to shoot the basketball, find out where your spot is on the floor, go there and perfect that.
Chill, I'm gonna tell you this though, and I know you hoop, but you're a natural gifted hooper. You know what I mean? Like me being doing this, I think it's coming up on 12 years now, bro. I realize shooting is more of a mental thing than you think it is. Like it's probably 90% mental than it is anything. Like people just can't focus. Like the perspective of, damn, I had it. Like J.R. Smith. Okay, I'll give it to you for example. I heard J.R. Smith the other day say, I can't shoot the same shot 2 or 3 times in a row. He's like, I just can't. And then
he gets bored.
He gets bored. My best friend is like that too. My best friend is like that too. When we in the gym, he literally can't do the same shit. Yeah, he can't do the same shit 4 times. He'll tell me that. He'll be like, hey, can we shorten the reps? Because I can't do the same shit that many times. Now, he's going to work hard at it, but it's more of a mental thing. And it's more of a, shooting is has a lot to do with perspective. Like what you think you're doing to get the ball to the goal. And that's what I realized. I seen people with pretty shots and that shit is ass. I seen people with jacked up shot and that shit is cash. So it's just your perspective on how you can get it to the goal, and it's how you see the game of basketball. And that's why, yes, I'm talking shit about Dyson Daniels because he plays in this NBA where shooting is so valuable. You know, the offensive scoring is so valuable. Yep. But the nerd in me that loves the game of basketball, I know where you can fit him in. And that's why I kind of can't wait till expansion a little bit, because we get to spread this talent out to where, yeah, you might not be the best scorer, but you can still play in the NBA. If you made it to this point, there's something that you can do. We need to figure that out, how we can help you get there. And I think that's what needs to go on with Dyson Daniels. So,
well, the Hawks are doing that, to be fair. Like Quinn Snyder is a very creative offensive guy. Like he doesn't just put Dyson Daniels in the corner and say figure it out.
Yeah.
Like he does use him as like a big offensively. Like when they put Cat on him, the counter was, let's use Dyson Daniels as the screener. So that now we have Cat defending in pick and roll. Dyson can catch in the pocket. We got Big O or whoever in the dunker spot in the corner. We play out of it that way. And like this is where like the on-off stuff is funny, because like statistically the Hawks offense was better with Dyson Daniels on the court. Like, and that's not
should be. It's not.
Yeah,
funny.
and
but he's contributing.
I mean, but
that.
Based on people's like perception,
he's a catalyst for transition.
Player.
Right.
But that's the thing. He's a catalyst for transition. He's a catalyst for ball movement. He's a great connective passer. So just because he's not a great pull-up jump shooter, or he's not a great off or shooter period, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that he doesn't lead to good shooting outcomes on the team. Like it's very Jason Kidd-esque, although I'm not comparing him 1-to-1 with Kidd, but I always bring up this thing with Kidd where it's like he didn't shoot well. He didn't finish a lot in the paint. He didn't score, but all those things got better when he was on the court.
Yeah, I think the thing that helped Jason Kidd, and I know this is, people might disagree, but the thing that I think that helped Jason Kidd was A, positions, B, they ran a lot of plays. Like, yeah, Jason Kidd got out in transition, and I think Dyson Daniels would benefit from a set offense, even though the Hawks, like to get out and run a transition. But sometimes when you just set something up as a non-shooter, while action is going on, you can see the floor a little bit better, and you can tell when to attack or when that ball swings back around. Like Dyson Daniels will be really good if we ran a set. Let's say the set didn't work, and then now we get into the flow of our offense, and now you got to get into a swing situation, and he can catch a closeout. Dyson Daniels would be way better than just one and done shots.
Well, he also not somebody that if the offense breaks down and you need somebody to just go to get you into some sort of action.
No, we don't want him to do that. But he can do that. He can do that in a swing situation at the end of the shot clock.
Like the shot clock is running down. It's 9 seconds with the shot clock, and he got to get to the rim. Yeah, he can do that. And this is what I'm talking about when I talk about being a better pull-up jump shooter, a better catch and shoot guy. Like it's situations like that where he could be so much more viable in their offense, right? So much more viable. But a quick side note, really quickly, and I want to get right back to this. Swiper, you are not going to sit there and tell me that Quincy Miller was a good player in the NBA.
I like Quincy Miller. He was perfectly fine.
Q Miller had a lot going on, though.
Yeah, he was perfectly fine, though. That wasn't a basketball skills thing at all.
Yeah, he had a lot going on. But I will. Let's get back. Let's get back to this though.
As you were saying,
Q Miller had a lot going on. I think he's still playing though. But let's get back to this though. If you go look at Rajon Rondo, right? You know how he initiated the offense, okay? And I don't want to compare Dyson to him because the IQ is totally different. But a lot of what Rajon Rondo was doing was initiating the offense. He'll swing it, right? Once KG or Paul Pierce will do something, he's looking to see everybody's back turn. Now, when they swing the ball back to him, it is extremely hard to guard closeout when a guard can put pressure on the rim like that. Instead, we get spacing. You might get a 5-out with Atlanta, and then now you're allowing Dyson to try to create. That's totally different. Like, that's a totally different outcome, and not everybody is gifted to do that in the NBA. And just because you can't do that in the NBA, that don't mean you suck. And I know I talk about Amen Thompson sucking, and like I said, of course, I'm being hyperbolic when it comes to Amen Thompson. But part of the reason why I be saying this is because this is the league we play in. This is the positions these coaches put these guys in, and I'm not in favor of it. And that's what I'm talking about with him. Like, obviously, if I was a coach, I would use Amen Thompson differently. But that's what I'm saying. I think it could benefit.
I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of versatile wing players, versatile guards. Like when I see your skill, like for example, Dyson Daniels. When I saw Dyson Daniels playing with Trae Young, I'm like, okay, he can handle the basketball. He's great in transition, great finisher in transition. All right, when we get when we get in the half court, he's awesome at attacking the closeout. He can pass. He's a good lob threat guy. All right, we can work with that. The jump shot isn't great, but that's something that I feel like, and I know how you are with that, Drench, when it comes to your mentality. But if I am going to handle the basketball as much as I'm going to handle the basketball, I need to be able to knock down an open shot. I have to be able to do that. There's no reason for me to be out here if I'm not going to be able to do that.
Yo, so the super chat asks specifically about the Atlanta Hawks, not necessarily just about Dyson Daniels. I know he is a part of Atlanta, but is there anything else that you think that the Hawks should do? Any other moves?
Trade Zaccharie Risacher.
You want
Also,
to
go ahead.
Matter of fact, they just drafted three rookies who are better than him.
I don't care.
They just drafted who better than him?
He's not hurting anything over there, though.
He ain't helping them, Ron.
What do you mean,
chill. You're one of the biggest people. Chill and develop the people that you have.
And it's not there.
Ron. I said this when he got drafted. There was no development to be had.
Yeah,
that's who he is. That's who he is.
Development. There's no future.
It could be. My thing is, if I already drafted you number one, we're going to ride all this whole rookie contract.
He was second in rookie of the year.
But this is like Ron. This is
he had
a sunk cost fallacy.
I don't think Richardson was that bad his rookie year. But
okay, first of all, this is a sunk cost fallacy.
He was.
I get the sunk pin. I know all about the sunk cost fallacy. Get off of it while you can because it's only going to get worse. My thing about it is, that's not. A sunk cost means it's over with. It's done. You've already lost. Accumulate your losses, take your losses, and move on from it. I get that. My thing is, he's already buying to a 4-year contract. He's only 21, 22. I'm trying to see what it do. I already drafted you number 1. I'm not saying extend him. I'm not saying where he's a long-term project here. But my thing is, like, we drafted you number 1. I'm going to see what every single one of these years do. We took you number 1. We have to ride it out. We have to.
When you draft
The Cavs got off Anthony Bennett in a year.
Yeah, he was awful.
I would have seen about him for the next 4 years.
The difference.
Of course
I
you
told y'all what happened with Anthony Bennett. Y'all gonna
Yeah.
listen to me.
The
but
difference
I'm not
with
saying
Anthony Bennett
you're wrong.
is-
I'm just saying the Cavs got off Anthony Bennett after a year. That's all I'm saying.
Anthony
they
Bennett
knew that they got
already
it wrong
wasn't
right from the
valued
beginning.
like that.
Mars. They
The
knew it.
Hawks should know. The Hawks should know. They
Look,
got it wrong.
If someone in this draft had decided to draft Ryan Conwell number 1, he would not have the value of a number 1 overall pick. He would have the value of a second-round pick, but he would have less than the value of a second-round pick because he'd be paid like a first-round pick. The problem with Zaccharie Risacher is he makes too much money for how bad he is. That's a big problem. So right now he's already a negative asset. When you draft a player, you are drafting based on evals, sometimes from halfway across the world.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're watching a guy 3-4 times, meeting him once. When he comes into your gym, when you draft this guy, you spend an entire year with him. Before that year is up, I need to have a reevaluation of his projection. I cannot think about, I drafted him number 1, so what about the optics? I can't think about, my fan base is already invested in this guy. They bought his jersey. I can't think about that. What I got to think about is I now have 1,000 times more time with this guy. Did what I think actually track? I thought he was a hard worker. Did I notice him being lazy? I thought the shooting form would get better. Did it? I thought he put on weight. He wasn't in the weight room. He actually didn't commit to it at all. Now I got to change my projection completely. After 1 year, Cho, they knew after 1 year, no matter how many times Kobe airballed, that they had a superstar. The Raptors knew that Tracy McGrady and Vince Carter were really good after 1 year. Ironically, the Raptors actually had a really good rookie, Charlie Villanueva, in 2007, 2005. 2005.
Yeah.
They traded him that offseason for TJ Ford. He had a great season. If they'd done the same thing with Ed Davis or Terrence Ross or one of those guys, or maybe Andrea Bargnani, they would have gotten higher value. So the problem is, like, internally, you're ahead of the curve.
Yeah.
They knew within 3 months probably that Zaccharie Risacher maybe isn't the guy that we thought. But the rest of them didn't know for the next 9 months.
No, but I think they drafted him. I don't think when they drafted him, I think they made. I think they knew that they weren't getting a number 1 pick talent. I think they were just trying to find a role player.
A franchise player.
Yeah. I think they was trying to find a good available role player because that draft class kind of sucked. But when he got drafted, though, I told everybody, even when I saw him play in France, like I told everybody, I said, like, bro, he's not that good. Like, everything that he did was created by somebody else, and that's what they envisioned Trey would do for him. But then they got off of Trey. And then now you got to come up with different plans when the reason why you drafted a guy was because you had this type of archetype. And then now he's gone. And then now the development is on the wing. Now, I do agree with Ron to a certain point, too, as far as, like, I want to see, like, yeah, I know I'm not getting that offensive talent from you, or I'm not getting that franchise talent, but I want to push you to your limit on the defensive end. I want to see you get better on the glass. I want to see you get better at knocking down your open shots, maybe putting the ball on the floor 1 or 2 times. Like, I do want to see that because I drafted you number 1. That's number 1. And you know how you make a trade like this, your ass could definitely be fired because not only did you draft him number 1, but now you trading him number 1 for what?
And that's here's the difference though, Penn. Here's the difference though, Drench. The difference is, to Penn's point, when I fail fast. Like, if I screwed this up, let's get rid of it. But with that with that being said, I said the quiet thing out loud, and I got roasted for it. The Atlanta Hawks have yet to deal with their 5 spot. When was the last time that they had a viable big?
They tried to with Muhammad Gay.
Okay,
that's my guy too, by the way. I think no Muhammad Gay slide.
Okay, Porzingis. That was for 5 minutes. But then we had, why am I drawing a blank? Clint Capella. To be honest with you, and you guys roasted me for this, I thought it was Klingon. I thought he was their guy, but they passed on him for Risacher. if they would have if they would have taken
Clingan number one.
Well, they didn't pass on
Clingan
Clingan.
number one. Clingan number one would have kind of been crazy. But I was high on Clingan.
or maybe maybe
I would have traded. I would have traded that pick.
trade
That's what I
back.
did. I would have traded that pick.
because I think he was their guy. In terms of a 5-man, I think he was the guy that they needed. They needed a big guy in the hole that can rebound because they still don't have that today.
They would have been better taking him than Zaccharie Risacher.
At
this point,
move down because you knew
I would have traded the pick, Ron.
Really quickly, Pin, because you knew watching this guy in workouts that you wasn't really sure about him. There was more downside than upside, and with that being, if that's the case, then I clearly have to look in another direction, and I got to look hard in another direction. Because if I get this wrong with this guy, it's going to be really difficult to fix this.
Is this one of the worst number one picks in NBA history?
Well, yeah, obviously.
Yeah. But let's not even ignore the fact that, like, I mean,
damn, obviously, crazy.
Steph Castle was right there, like right there.
You drafted a
wing.
He wasn't considered.
He was
to
coming
be
off a national.
Talk,
Yes, he was.
No,
Absolutely.
I didn't hear that. I mean,
I'm sorry. I did. So Colin Murray Boyles was in that conversation before he ended up going back to South Carolina. Alex Sarr was in that conversation. Zaccharie Risacher was actually considered 8th, 9th, and then he shot up boards because he started shooting better. And there were jump shooting concerns, and then people thought, so the problem, Chill, is sometimes we gotta frame it and ask the right questions. Mm-hmm. He shot poorly to start the season, and then he had an unbelievable rise to end the season, if I remember correctly, right?
He hurt his ankle, right?
Right. So I'm saying, like, what if it goes the other way? What if it goes backwards? Right. If I remember that eval correctly,
if he's great, and then he starts.
It goes backwards. But you know, this is the thing. We're pattern tracking human beings. So when a guy starts out, you know, not so great shooting, and then suddenly he's starting to shoot great, even if it's on a 12, 15 game sample, we're like, oh, he got better. Yeah. No, it's fluky. Steph Curry's had bad shooting months, you know, in his life.
January is that month for his career.
Right.
January, you can bet on it. Every year after Christmas, we're gonna have a 3 week stretch where Curry sucks. He can't make a shot consistently.
Exactly. So I look at that draft and I say, look, when you trade the number one pick, this is the business, right? Like the Atlanta Hawks are in the business of making money through basketball. They want to sell tickets, as many as they can. They barely have fans come into those games. You know, historically, they haven't had the greatest attendance record, and they need to drum up fan interest. You get the number one overall pick. That's a hype. That's a marketing ploy. Sure. When you trade the number one pick in a weak draft, and this is why most teams don't trade the number one pick in a weak draft, you get a really bad return. Because other teams are not stupid. They know the draft class is really weak. They're not.
If I could get a swap in the 4th overall that year, I'd have been way happier though.
That's what I was thinking, Swipe.
But at that point, just take your guy number one.
There is somebody and that's where and to your point, Penn, that's where marketing comes in. Like,
if you knew Brandon Roy was going to be that good, then just take him over Andrea Bargnani.
No, the reason why I'm not doing it is because I like him. I just don't like him at number one, because the number one overall pick, there's different pressure that comes with that, as opposed to the number 3 pick, as opposed to the number 4 pick.
I'm glad you mentioned pressure, because Nate Emmett was asked about this yesterday. He said, how does it feel being part of the Giannis trade? And he gulped the largest sigh of like nervousness you ever see in a guy, because that shit will kill you. Absolutely. The pressure is real.
Absolutely it is. So if I like Clingan at 1, right? If I like Clingan, but I don't like him at 1, can I coax somebody into taking this number 1 overall pick off my hands, and I could get him at 3, right? I could get him, because you know what I'm doing, Penn. So it's not like it's news when I ask you for the number 5 pick and then next year's number 1 pick. That means that you like somebody, you just don't like him at number 1.
But who
is this guy that you like?
But this is hard because you got to know what other teams want at number 1.
That's the point.
So like basically the goal of every team, like if I'm at the Atlanta Hawks at number 1, this is how I would do it. I need to somehow either guess or very accurately estimate what the board of teams at 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 look like. And I need to figure out who's number 1 on their board. Then I take that player. I have to take that player. There are some teams that has Steph Castle number 1. I know that. There are some teams that have Alex Sarr number 1. I'm positive there's at least one team that had Zaccharie Risacher number 1. Maybe I need to find the team that had Donovan Clingan number 2 on their board. And I need to figure out where that team is, because in a draft that's that unpredictable, You think you might be able to get Steph Castle at 5, and then he goes at 4. You think you might be able to get Donovan Clingan at 7 or 8, at 9, and then he goes 7 or 8.
That only works,
So my thing
though,
is like you can't know these things because teams deliberately go out of their way to make sure they never ever reveal their boards. They lie about things. They say they're looking for a center, then they pick a fucking point guard at number 1.
That's why we know
It's a game of poker. Chill. You don't know what cards I'm holding.
Yo, Swiper, jump in here right quick.
These two are yapping. Goodness gracious. Take a break. Let it breathe. Let me ask you this, Chill. The real thing they need to do, they got a team option with $22 million. They have access to all their first round picks. They got a horde of second round picks. They are already in talks with the Pelicans for Trey Murphy. What would you be willing to allocate with Jonathan Kuminga to get Trey Murphy onto your roster so they can build a real dynasty? Because now they're in position with Fleming's.
Were you making fun of Ron earlier for his pronunciation of shit? You
No,
just
let him get it off.
No, dynasty.
It could be a dynasty.
It's a way it's said as well. You can also say dynasty. But
Really?
yes. Do you think, Chill? How do you feel about that? They have a flyer. They don't need Jonathan Kuminga. Trey Murphy's a better player, higher upside, higher floor as well. Would you be willing to ship off some assets plus Jonathan Kuminga in order to add Trey Murphy, Chill?
Who the hell wants Jonathan Kuminga?
The Pelicans.
My question. There's no way the Pelicans want Jonathan.
Answer your
Kuminga.
question.
He's good. He's a good player.
Is Zaccharie Risacher an asset?
Yes.
No,
Well, he's a
as
throw-in.
expiring.
Well, no, just leave him alone. Don't talk about Reese anymore. He's ruining the conversation.
To answer your question, to answer your question, no. And the reason why is because the reason why is because there's a reason why the Pelicans are entertaining trades with Troy with I'm calling Trey Murphy. I'm sorry, Trey Murphy. There's a reason why they're entertaining that. They're entertaining it because something wrong with him. I mean, if they were trying to build with him, then
That is
No, that's not the
Chill,
case.
there's something wrong with them. There's nothing wrong.
You
with
think they're out here
there's
selling
nothing
the
wrong with
limit?
them. No,
Yes.
they're not
Chill,
trying to sell
sometimes,
limit.
I don't think Trey-
sometimes you got a nice ass car and you just want money for it because you have too many cars, or you
Why
want to
they-
move in a different
why-
direction.
I'm just thinking different. Why are they trading this guy? What are they
Because
trading
they're
him for?
stupid.
Is there something wrong with Jaylen Brown?
They traded Dyson Daniels.
Well, it's
'cause
something
they're
wrong. It's
dumb.
something wrong with Jaylen Brown now because
Well, first of all,
they tried to
something's
trade his
not
ass for
even
Giannis, and now he
tripping.
don't want to
Nothing
play with them no
Chill.
more.
The
Do you
Celtics
remember
are not-
last?
the-
Do you remember
you
last
guys
draft when
already
they traded for
started that.
Derek Queen because they so desperately wanted him that they risked potentially giving up AJ DeBonsa in this draft to get Derek Queen? Do you remember that?
I do remember that. Yes.
Well, Derek Queen and Jeremiah Fears, but
Because they're stupid. That's why they do things.
Penn, they
dumb.
actually won that trade, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought that up. I've been meaning a victory lap that. They actually won that trade. Good job, Joe Dumars.
Wait. Hold on. Let me ask a question.
Y'all crucified them.
Ron, let me ask a question. Do you
Yes,
think Derek
Swiper.
Queen?
Yes.
No,
Yes.
let me ask it for the
I know what question you're going to
The
ask.
audience doesn't know, host. Let me help them. Make sure
Yes.
you know where you're going. Do you think long-term Derek Queen has more upside than Fleming's?
Hell
I would rather
no.
have Derek Queen over Fleming's. And who was the other pick that it was
Asa Newell.
Asa Newell.
Yeah,
Give me
Asa
Derek
Newell.
Queen. Give me Derek Queen.
Derek Queen is worse than both of them.
Yeah, I think Fleming's is going to be way better.
Sure.
And I'm pretty sure he's older than both of them as well.
Rod.
Sure. Give me Derek Queen.
Nate Ament or Kingston Flemings?
Yeah,
Hey, Ron,
hold
I'm
on,
like
wait.
Ament FC now.
Seriously.
I'm with you, Ron. I'm Nate Ament FC now.
Wait.
We're on the same side.
Are you asking if they were both on the board, who I would take? It really depends on the team. Like if I was Dallas, for instance, I would have took Kingston Flemings because I want a point guard next to Cooper Flagg. But if I'm the Milwaukee Bucks, if I'm the Bucks, if I'm Brooklyn, if I'm Sacramento, I'm going with Nate Ament. I'm going with the guy who has the higher upside, more tools, all of that stuff.
Facts. You
More
cooking right now.
tools.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's cooking right now. Yeah, he's 6'10". What you talking about? Look at him.
Yes, he is a skilled 6'10" player. Yes,
Right.
My thing is, I don't understand you guys when it comes to the draft. You're drafting a player to come and play in the National Basketball Association. You're drafting a guy that has never played in the National Basketball Association. All of this is theory. When you see this guy in college or when you see this guy in another professional league, you are in your head. You're saying, "How can we get this guy, put him in this league, and make him successful?"
Sure.
When I have a 6'10" guy who can guard 1 through 4, who is fairly athletic, can put the ball on the floor, is skilled, yes, this is the guy. It's theory, Mars. It's theory. It's theory. He can guard 1 through 4 in theory.
No, I'm with you. I told you I'm making NFC now.
And so, like, that's the guy who I want to go with every time. Every time. Like, we're talking like
Who is the
these
one
guys
that he can guard? Who is that one? Just give me one name.
So who
One
can
name.
who can Kingston guard?
Josh Giddey.
One. So Nate Mint for the most part is going to have more defensive value than
Is he
Kingston.
gonna be better
Flynn.
than Braden?
Are you?
He might not. I don't know. Like we don't know. I'm saying this is all in theory. When you're drafting, you are drafting in theory. My thing is, y'all be scared to try to develop these guys. And that's that. Me as a GM,
y'all?
that's what I'm about. Swipe. Am I
No,
talking to you, or am I
Yeah, you
talking to
said
me?
y'all. You said y'all. Stop saying y'all.
Okay, all right, if it don't apply to you, then shut up. My thing
shut
is,
up.
and this is the same thing with Zaccharie
No, you shut
Risacher,
up.
because look, it's two birds of the same feather. You got a big guy who can do a bunch of things. My thing is Zaccharie Risacher is 21 years old. You guys are trying to get off a kid that is 21 years old. There's guys in the draft that were drafted in the lottery that are years older than Zaccharie Risacher. My thing is, you have to develop. He has the tools, he has the skills. You have to develop. You have to teach him what to do. Baby.
We've seen this before, Ron. We've seen.
Okay, and we've seen it work. Just last year, y'all was saying get off Scoot Henderson. What happened? Time out. No. Hold on. Before you say okay and go to wherever you're gonna go, Scoot Henderson looked miles better in year 3 than he did in year 2. Last year, you guys crucified Scoot Henderson. He's the number 2 overall pick. Get off of him. He's a bust. He shouldn't be in the NBA. Chill. If it doesn't apply to you, once again, zip it. If it doesn't apply to you, I'm talking about the people who it does apply to, who were cooking Scoot. He looked much better this year in year 3. Sometimes this shit takes time. Like everything's not a microwave where you put it in the microwave for 30 seconds and it comes out ready. Sometimes you gotta bake some shit. Hey, sometimes you gotta slow cook some shit. So some players take 4 to 5 years to actually develop.
Right. Some players do take 4 to 5
Bro,
years. But
you baking these takes in the microwave. That's why your takes taste like shit.
When I get the number
got
one
an all-star
overall
in
pick
year
in the draft, when I get the number 1 overall pick in the draft, the Atlanta Hawks are an anomaly. More times than not, the number 1 overall pick is on a bad crew, which means I don't have 4 or 5 years for this dude to turn into a player. This guy got to turn into a player now.
Says who? Says you?
So we gotta keep.
Says who? Like so every number one overall pick, or let's just say top 3 or 4 pick. If you don't pan out in the first 2 years, then all of a sudden you're a bust. So time out. So Jalen Green hasn't made a player of himself. Are we not more satisfied with Jalen Green in this year than we were in year 2?
No.
Risacher was never gonna be a player, Ron.
I'm not.
Wrong. He was never going to be.
All right, and that's what you think. That's your opinion, but that doesn't answer the question that I just asked you. Are we more satisfied with Jalen Green this past year than we were in year 2?
No.
The 1 year in which he was injured the whole time.
Then you can say year 3. You can say year 1, whatever year you want to say. In his first couple years, are we more satisfied with Jalen Green now?
I think Jalen Green has improved from where he started from.
Okay, that's the point I'm making.
Jalen Green
not
and
worth
Scoot,
number 2 pick in hindsight.
but Jalen Green and Scoot Henderson were way better prospects than Zaccharie Risacher.
That's not the point I'm making. That's not the point. That's not the point I'm making.
Okay, can I ask you one
I think
question?
that's- I
Honestly,
think that's
no.
important,
Intellectual
though. I do
curiosity.
think that's
If
important.
Zaccharie Risacher hadn't gone number 1, let's say he had gone number 6, and this is the player we were seeing every night. But he went number 6. You don't know even where he went because you probably can't even remember who had the number 6 pick in that draft. So he went number 6, and he's played like this. Are you as invested in keeping him?
Yes. He's 20. I don't know why you guys keep trying to add context and miss my point. He's 21 years old. Your job is to find talent and cultivate that talent. That literally is your job.
You're almost
an NBA daycare. You're right, Penn. If I have 4 kids, it's a chance that one of them's a lawyer. It's a chance that one of them's a basketball player. It's a chance that one of them's a junkie, and it's a chance that one of them ends up in. No, I don't like when you do this. No, you run around and talk about have intellectual curiosity. Have intellectual curiosity.
Yeah,
you done told me that 3 times today, but you're not being intellectually curious. You don't want to understand my point. You only want to look at it from Penn's
I get
perspective.
your point, but the problem that I'm having
You
is
just
that
scream
where
your
I'm-
point. You don't want to hear anybody else's.
Well, the
point,
part about
right?
cultivating
understand what
talent
you're
means there needs
saying.
to be talent to be cultivated.
And that's what I'm saying. That's where there's a gap. That's where we disagree. That is where we completely disagree.
Yes, we-
Because if it wasn't talent, they wouldn't have took him over Alex Sarr. They wouldn't have took him over Steph Castle. If it was talent, he
Alex
wouldn't.
Sarr didn't want to go there.
All right, so we okay. All right, cool. All right, fair. So we can put Alex Sarr out of this. We can leave Alex Sarr out of this.
Look,
I don't care.
This
You
is
gonna
the
realize
thing.
Risacher was an
Zaccharie
industry clown.
Risacher.
That's cool.
Zaccharie Risacher was the easiest first overall pick to sell. Number one,
Why?
because he's tall,
So
because he can shoot, and because American fans didn't know enough about him to know he was not good. Hold on.
The fans, they draft this nigga. The fans did not have him number 1 on their mock drafts. We can go back and look at all the mock drafts from all these so-called experts. A bunch of people had Zaccharie Risacher. If they didn't have him 1, they had him 2. If they didn't have him 2, they didn't have him 3. If they didn't have him 3, they didn't have him 4. Everybody had Morris. No, you guys. I usually don't do this. You guys sound dumb right now. You guys sound dumb right now. Everybody's not gonna put him. Everybody's not gonna put him on there up there. Like nobody's just. They're not just doing this just because. Oh, Adam Silver said, "Hey, put Zaccharie Risacher on the top of the mock draft. We're gonna put him in here. We need somebody to bust at number 1." No, the people thought he was gonna be good.
Look,
Yeah,
And he had the NBA tools. I don't understand.
Look, but look, they did think that he was going to be good, and I remember us having this conversation. And I told y'all that I saw Zaccharie Risacher play in the Euro Cup. Right? He played in the Euro Cup or the France League, one of them. I think the Euro Cup.
He played it. I think he played in both.
Yeah, well, you got to play in both. You play in your domestic league. But I'm pretty sure he played in the Euro Cup, and I remember seeing him, and I was like, everything about Zaccharie Risacher is just simply it's not self-generated. It's everything is created from him. He was like an outstanding star. Yeah, Euro Cup. Okay, because my homeboy played against him. That's why. But everything is he was a star in his role there. But you play in a Euro Cup where a lot of times role players can be the stars on the team. Like Sasha Vezenkov is a great basketball player, but he's not like you draft him number 1 and you think you're going to get a franchise player out of him, which is why he's back in the Euro League. But I on the draft boards, they had him 1 or 2, 1 for the most of the part. And part of the reason why, some of the things Penn said, he was 6'10", he could shoot the ball a little bit. They liked him as a defender. They thought the upside of course, obviously he's still being 21 and he's in his 3rd year in the league is fantastic. Now, did he let some people down? Yeah, but I also don't think it was all his fault too, though. Like, I also don't think it's all his fault. You're in a disarray with a franchise. Like I said, they drafted him to play with Trae Young. And then Trae Young doesn't give you what you wanted. And so now you back off of that. And then Jalen Johnson just go crazy. Nobody saw Jalen Johnson sneaking up and doing that too. Oh, and Ron, to your point, Jalen Johnson would be a perfect example of what you're talking about. When they got him, he was about 2 ass on the cheek. He was ass too.
Out of the
Yeah.
No, Jalen Johnson wasn't. Wasn't good at all when he got to the NBA. He wasn't good at all.
There was a lot of people up here saying Jalen Johnson sucked.
Right.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't good at all when he first got to the NBA. That's why he had to go. Jalen Johnson wasn't good at all.
Okay,
he just could jump.
Yes, and he was a phenomenal athlete.
And another guy that I was vouching for too, that said he was a very good player.
And yet, a lot of the concerns that people had about Jalen Johnson as a prospect exist today. Although he's maximized on his strengths, he's a phenomenal athlete. He's in a great situation. He's the rim pressure and the pace that they play with. Look, Ron, honestly, I know you said that we all sound dumb, but try to practice what you're preaching right now with 1 minute of intellectual curiosity and try
if you're not going to practice it, I'm not going to practice it.
I just listened to you yap for about 5 minutes about something that you. I'm deeply curious about if you're going to listen to me right now. That's my curiosity right now.
He'll listen.
Okay,
He'll listen.
Just do me a favor, man. Like
zip it, Ron. Zip it.
Just put yourself on mute because I know you're not gonna be able to hold your tongue.
As you were saying, Penn.
Zaccharie Risacher is failing for a multitude of reasons. Okay. Now I'm going to bring up a very deep cut. Okay. This is long time ago. I'm going to name a name, and I guarantee you not one of you are going to know who this player is. Nemanja Alexandrov. Which one of you can tell me about Nemanja Alexandrov? I'll give you another name. Rick Rickert. Which one of you can tell me about Rick Rickert? I'll give you another name that you may know. Pavel Podkolzin.
Nope.
What's the
Okay.
point you going
7'4"
right here with this?
Huh?
He the 7'4" guy?
He is a 7'4" guy. He ended up going to the Dallas Mavericks. Do you know what all three of
How
these
the hell
players?
you know who that is?
2004. He went, I think, like 21st, 22nd overall. I'm trying to tell you a couple of things here. Number one, that I'm obsessed with the draft, and I've been obsessed with the draft since like my whole life. Number two, I'm trying to tell you that every one of the players that I just mentioned was once a consensus number 1 overall pick in the mocks. And what do they all have in common? They're huge.
Stretch.
No. Drench, this is before.
If you go 22 and you a consensus number 1 pick, you probably won't.
No. He was okay. So once again, Nemanja Alexandrov was a consensus number 1 overall pick on every mock draft that cycle. Then he didn't come out, and then he went back to Europe, and the next year, I think he went undrafted. With Pavel Podkolzin, there was a health issue. He withdrew from the draft. Chill, are you Googling these guys?
No.
And Rick Rickert was actually he was a gopher, and then he ended up going back to college, and then the next year he came out and he ended up getting drafted by the Minnesota Timberwolves in the 2nd round, and then Kevin Garnett punched him in the face in a summer league practice. So my point is, every one of these guys was huge, and every one of these guys was skilled, and they had abnormal skills. So when guys have really big metrics, like they're 6'10" or whatever, it's easy to ignore things that are obviously problematic. Number one, with big players, creation, athleticism, shooting translatability. Guys who have a dip, like an unprojectable shooting form, like bad habits, bringing the ball too low, load up.
Klay Thompson has a dip too, though, by the way.
Which he worked on.
He's worked on.
He still
sped
shoot
it,
it like that.
He sped it up so fast, though, right?
Yep.
If I don't know how you're going to react to the NBA athlete, though. That closeout from OG Anunoby, you ain't never played against OG Anunoby over in Europe, right? Rick
No
Rickert,
prospects played against OG Anunoby over in Europe.
Correct. So there is the level of projection that we're talking about. You are projecting that this shooting form will be sped up. You're projecting that this prospect, who's a little bit skinny and maybe has trouble holding his weight against older players that he's playing over in Europe, you're projecting that he's going to get in the weight room and he's actually going to put on weight. But some bodies don't hold weight well. And you find that out when he gets into your weight room and he don't put on weight. You give him on a meal plan, you put him in the weight room, and he's put on 2 pounds in a year. Now you know what you're dealing with.
Where we going
These
with
things,
this? Where we going with this?
my point is, after a year, you have
No,
to
chill. Don't do this. Let him go. You wanted him to go. Let him go. As a matter of fact, go ahead, Penn.
Well, come on, man. So what I'm saying is, what you're saying about Zaccharie Risacher is ignore the data. Ignore the lack of self-creation. Ignore the fact that he's not as great a shooter as you thought he was. Ignore the fact that he can't create a shot to save his life. Ignore the high hips. Ignore the so-so athleticism. This is not Scoot Henderson. This is not Jalen Johnson. This is not any of the players you're talking about or any of the players you compared him to. This is a player that you thought you saw something and it was a mirage. You know what this is? This is, you know, when you're in the desert, we were literally talking about this in the members live yesterday. We were talking about like how long someone would survive in the Mojave Desert. Do you know when hot air meets like cold air and there's like a mirage that like ends up, you know, looking like you look in the desert and it's kind of like a freaky thing. You look like, oh my God, there's a lake there. There's a lake there. And you walk towards it and it's not a fucking lake and it's a reflection of the sky. That's what Zaccharie Risacher is. Okay. That's what I wanted to say to you.
So you said all of that to say Zaccharie Risacher is a mirage?
Yeah, we could have got that a little bit faster.
Zaccharie Risacher is not who you think he is. Nate Ament is not who you think he is. Now,
Hey.
Who do I think they are?
Chill on Nate Ament.
You think that
let me know what my intellectual curiosity on these guys are.
You told me that you would take Nate Ament over every guard not named Darren Peterson. That's who you think Nate Ament is. Which you told me that Nate Ament you would take in certain situations over Kingston Flemings. When you see Kingston Flemings, you see a 6'3" guy with a so-so wingspan. What I see is a hyper processor who's a dog on defense. These are not comparable prospects.
At the same token, to be honest, between Nate Ament and Kingston Fleming, they're both great prospects. It's really going to come down to opportunity. What does the team allow Nate Ament to do and get better at? And where does Kingston Fleming fit? Are they going to fit him into a role early on in his career? Because they're in two very different
Who would you who would you
circumstance.
prefer, Drench? On if Houston?
If I'm
could
on
have had
Milwaukee,
any-
I probably
no.
would
How about
prefer
Houston?
Nate Mint.
How about Houston? Just take Houston. That's your team, right? Houston's your team.
Yeah.
If you could take one of these guys onto your team, who would you take?
I would take Kingston Fleming because we already have like guys that they think is the star. Like we got Jabari Smith Jr. Why would I take Nate Mint for Jabari Smith Jr.?
Mm.
You know, we need a point guard, so I would take Kingston Fleming. But if I'm Milwaukee, I would take Nate Mint because they're going to be experimenting with a lot of shit over there. And Kingston Fleming, he's going to have to play. He's going to have to get in where he fit in behind Ryan Rollins, behind Kevin Porter Jr., behind Tyler Hero. The development path is a little different. Now, Nate Mint can walk in there and develop with guys that can score and with guys that can be with him. So I would take Nate Mint. I mean, it really just depends. Like all of this stuff just depends. It's based on politics. It's based on opportunity.
You said you watched Zaccharie Risacher as a prospect, right? Would you take Nate
Yeah.
Mint over him?
Yeah, I would.
I have a feeling I
too.
would too. And
Me too.
Nate Mint ended up like 18th on my board. So that kind of gives you a feeling of like how weak was that draft class, right?
I mean, yeah, we all knew it was a weak draft. I said the Hawks should have traded that pick if they wanted to win because, mind you, I think 2 years before that, didn't they come off of going to the conference finals? Or was it the year
They were in the
before
conference
that?
finals in 21, lost in around 1 and 22.
And they
then
drafted
I
him in
think
23rd.
They drafted him in 24. I think it was the year
Okay.
after they might have lost in the play-in in 23.
Yeah, they did. They lost in the play. Okay, but my thing is, I would have traded that pick because we had some success. I would have traded that pick and seen who I could have fleeced out that deal because, hey, Alex Sarr is a good player too. By the way, I made a mistake on Alex Sarr and I like the way he's trending. But B, I'm fleecing y'all out that number one pick, bro. Y'all gonna hand me over somebody thinking y'all got a number one pick. Y'all gonna get y'all fan base excited for this number one pick, but I'm fleecing somebody out of it. So I saw Risacher play, and I wasn't like highly impressed with him. Now, like I said, I'm with Rawn as far as like the motherfucker just got to make his shots. Can he just make his open shot?
Do you see upside with Risacher, or do you just see him
No, I
not
think-
being a bad player?
No, I see not being a bad player. I don't see star at all. I see what he was in the Euro Cup. He literally was a role player. Like that's literally
that's
it.
where I was, because I remember me and
Yeah.
Zomo were on Open Gym, because Open Gym was still a thing back in the 2024 draft. We were vehemently against this Risacher number one shenanigans. Like, and the crazy thing is, because Risacher was someone who I paid attention to. Like, Penn is right when he says he got hot at the right time and somehow managed to scam a number one pick. Like,
Yeah.
there was no indication he could shoot the ball
None
at
at
the level
all.
that people were
None.
indicating that he could. Like, so he started off his pro career at Asvel, the same team that Wemby started at. And he didn't
Yeah.
play a whole lot because Asvel was a really good team in France. He didn't play a whole lot. His 3-point percentages were nothing to look at because he played like 5 minutes a game.
5 minutes.
So there was
yeah.
literally nothing you could take with that. Then the next year he plays at Asvel, he plays a little bit more. In the EuroLeague, he shot 39% from three on 1 attempt a game. So that means literally he shot 18 threes. Cool. Great. And then in the Pro League in France, he shot 29% on 1.5 attempts a game. So he shot about overall combined about 43s. And in total shot, bear with me, in total he went 14 for 42 from three. Nothing to take from that other than cool, whatever. The next year in the Euro Cup, the new team he's on, the team Drench saw him at, he shot in the league in France, he played 32 games and shot 35% from three. And then in the Euro Cup, he managed to shoot 56%. He managed to scam hot shooting at the right time and become the number one pick. He does this all the while being a sub 71% free throw shooter. So like all indicators of shooting suggest he's not that good of a shooter, but he got hot at the right time. Not to mention he did this with a negative assist to turnover ratio. He did this with no self-creation juice, not someone who could pass the ball to save his life, and he wasn't a great rebounder. Like he did this while being bad at everything else, but he competed on defense while not being great, and he couldn't do anything with the ball in his hands. And somehow he managed to scam number one pick. Like, I'm not even mad at Risacher for being a bad NBA player. It's not his fault Atlanta was stupid and took him number one. I'm not going to blame Anthony Bennett for not being a good number one pick when he isn't the one who chose himself. Anthony Bennett didn't choose himself number one. That's not his fault that the Cavs were idiots. Respectfully to Anthony Bennett, yeah, extenuating circumstances, cool. It's not Risacher's fault that Risacher is not a good player in the NBA. I mean, it's not Risacher's fault that he's a bad number one pick. he should have never been the number 1 pick. Anyone, in my opinion, I don't think teams did the correct due diligence. I honestly don't. Because there's no way someone with as limited scouting as me can see this guy's not a number 1 pick, but NBA franchises can believe he was. They just got it wrong. That's it. They just got it wrong. And that's not his fault they got it wrong. He should have never been the number 1 pick to begin with. He was a borderline lottery guy. Like, that's what he should have been, borderline lottery. The number 1 was egregious. He never should have been there. So I don't blame him for that. But that's just what happened. But now he's going to make 18 million or whatever. So salute.
I agree with Mars and everything he says. He's always right.
Yeah, I agree with that. Mars is definitely always right.
And Nate Ament is better than Risacher as a prospect by like far.
What's good, football breakdown?
I'm chilling, man. Enjoying the summer. You know what I'm saying? Watching football, real football. My sport.
That's the best sport of all time.
You haven't even watched
The
the
best
World
sport of all
Cup, Mars.
time.
You self-admitted you haven't been watching the games.
No, I watched some of the games. The games of teams I'm interested in watching.
See, Turkey went back to Turkey with their head held up. You know who's going to join Turkey next time? Jordan? Me. When I fly out.
Please stop saying Turkey.
Yeah,
how
just
you
say
say it.
Turkey.
No, I'm not saying. No, I'm not saying. I'm saying how it's supposed to be pronounced. By the way, Jordan, let me ask you this question. Bro, mute your mic, bro. What is that,
He's
bro?
got a fire alarm. So they got to make sure he's safe if someone burns the building down.
Is it? You having a? Is you having are they doing
having
a
a fire
sound
drill?
check?
You got to go outside and line up.
Yeah, Jordan,
sure?
you got to go get them lines drenched.
Yeah,
You-
you
Wait,
gotta go
what
outside
floor are
and
you
line
on,
up.
Jordan? What
Come
floor are
on.
you on?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm saying is that a drill or is that an actual fire alarm?
I don't know, but I think it's a drill.
No, bro, go downstairs. I hate when people do that.
Next thing you know, we just gonna start seeing smoke behind Dre.
Yeah, I'm not trying to do
I'll
that,
jump
bro.
off the balcony. Don't worry. I'll jump off.
No, don't do that.
I'm coming on this podcast. Don't worry. Get your question off.
Mars, did you see the Darius A Cup post that I put up about like the look? Like he looks like
Yeah, he
he's
said
gonna
he
be
looks like a
featured?
superstar.
Do you think there's something to that, like by like because I feel like in football, Ron, in football, maybe football breakdown. I don't know if you
He's trying to explain aura. That's what we're trying to explain.
like,
Yeah.
look, there is something about a look to like a player. Like I don't trust his eyes. Like Sam Darnold, we throw those interceptions versus the Jets. I don't trust your eyes. I don't trust your eyes. Mark, you think there's something to like there's like a demeanor that like you would count on, like if you're looking at a prospect that's a part of the conversation for you?
Subconsciously, maybe.
Sure.
Consciously, I don't think so. But I do think there is something to like you watch a player play and you can see in their demeanor on the court,
Yes.
the confidence in which they move with,
Yep.
and also just their movement patterns. You can see, or you can try and project how what their future entails. I think there's always something to do with like, and I'm gonna go away from the demeanor and more so the movement stuff. People tend to gravitate towards fluidity.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the way people tend to gravitate. So if they see a level of fluidity in the way someone moves, that to them screams superstar, whatever.
Like for instance,
I think that's a big part of the reason why
they're
AJ
lost
is
right
viewed
now.
very differently to a guy like Kambuza.
Remember
It's
last
like they
year?
move differently.
Remember last year when Chet Holmgren was at the free throw line versus Denver before he missed those 2 free throws? But you could see in his eyes, like he did not believe in what he was about to do at that point in time. I truly
like
believe.
Wemby in the finals. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
Wemby did it too.
Yep.
Like I truly believe it. There is something you can see on players where they're made for the moment, or there's just something about them that you can rely on. Like there's this fortitude stuff, and I think that's the hardest thing to measure in sports because it's an intangible. You truly do not know what makes somebody great. Like until you.
I don't like that because we also use that when we analyze certain players, like Mamba mentality and clutchness, and certain things where we're like, oh, like he looks good doing it, and then when you actually analyze the effectiveness, it's like not for Kobe, because Kobe's actually clutch, but just like that general term of, oh, he has the look, the intensity, and then it's like, but it doesn't actually match up with the actual end result, so it can be deceiving too.
Well,
I agree with that.
It's
I
like
do agree with that.
you don't watch football, Mars, but like Ruben Bain football, you know who that is? Got drafted to Tampa Bay Buccaneers out of Miami. Okay, well I think a part of like a player's greatness is there's just this fierce determination. You just believe when you talk to them as a coach, like when you're scouting or when you're recruiting, because I've been on recruiting trips before. there's something you can tell. Like you're different. Like I can tell you're wired a little bit differently than other people. Now it's not something that you can guarantee all the time, but I don't know. That stuff matters to me, man. I do really think there has to be like you can feel when somebody got like some dog to them, bro. Like you know what I mean? Like I think that like when you're evaluating players more, you're trying to figure out okay, what's the difference between who doesn't have it for me, who didn't have the look at all. That like when I saw them, I was just like Keaton Wagler. Like I don't know. I don't see that.
Reed Shepard didn't have the look. Reed
Shepard. Shout out. And remember, I told you. Remember last year I was wrong. Con Knupp, I thought like an IRS agent. Like I didn't know, and then he ended up being what he is. I just think there's something to that, bro. Like I think all the elite players have it. Personally,
yeah, I get it. It's just it can deceive you in terms of like some people do look like they're better players than they are, and then some players look like they're worse players than they are. Okay, chill out. But like I get what you're looking at when you say Darius Acuff has it. Like there's a certain level of confidence.
Yeah, you just gotta believe it, bro. Like
composure, mixed with like the way in which he plays. That's like it makes sense for someone to buy into like what that could be. But I try to consciously, I try to just focus on what like actually happens, as opposed to like those type of things. But I do think those things they might be contributing factors. I just don't know how much I weigh.
Well, remember, even when you go to 2K, you don't play 2K anymore. There's the intangible badge, like that they have. You know what I mean? I think there's something, there's something you got to have it. Like I don't know. I just think there's something you do need to have in your eyes. Like when I look at Ray Lewis and look at Patrick Willis and all that, like you can tell, like there's just something different about like you're not on the same planet as like some of the other people you're on the field with. Like there's something different about you. I love that. Like personally, I think that matters a lot.
But I just think
I'll do it more. Let me get the controls in the background.
I just think it's very subjective though, Swiper, because some people like when we're talking sports and evaluating, doing relative comparisons between two players, people will use that subjective. Well, he's this and the intangibles and aura. It's just like, bro, that's not real. It is, but at the same time, it's like, come on, bro. It's not like.
Look at Ox. Ox. This is why I'm saying Ox is so weird, and I'm mad that he went to his sorry franchise. Look at him talking about Keaton over his own player that was drafted to his squad, bro. Like
Shout out to Keaton Wagler, man. I'm rooting for you, man.
I made a comment saying like, do you see Cam Boozer as a tweener?
No. I see him as a power forward.
Power forward.
I think people trying to act like he's gonna play the 5 in the league. Like he's never. The only time he play the 5 is if another team goes small.
Correct. Okay.
Like, he's not a center. Like he's closer to playing the 3 than he is to playing the 5. He's not a center.
Right. I just hope he's never deployed as a true center. Okay.
I agree. If he is, then they're doing it wrong, in my humble opinion. He is a power forward. It feels like in the modern world, we seem to have forgotten what a power forward is. And because like so many power forwards make the transition up to center and so many small forwards make the transition to power forward, we seem to like forget that like power forward was its own designated position where like you had legitimate power forwards. That's what Caleb Wilson is. Caleb Wilson is a power forward. Cam Boozer is a power forward. That's what we have. Power forwards. That's what he is. I don't think he's a tweener. I think he's a pure power forward who functionally in some small ball lineups could play the 5 and also could play the 3 in jumbo lineups. He could do both of them. But he is a power forward, first and foremost. And yeah, that's it. Power forward. And he's going to win Rookie of the Year. My go.
Do any of us... I'm trying to get controls in the background. Ron, are you here?
Yeah, we just got Penn in the back trying to pull up, and he can't because none of us have the controls to do it.
And Chill has the control somehow, and then
that's it. I just don't get respected on this platform, but it's okay.
No, I'm getting it, but it's taking a minute to get access to it because you have to go through a little system. Once Football Breakdown, when he tried to break through the account that one time, we had to put all these like.
What are you talking about?
We have to have the safety measures. We have to have the safety.
What are you talking about? What did I do?
Football Breakdown, we know who you are, bro.
What?
You're a scammer.
Jordan, have you ever thought that maybe there is a fire and you need to get out?
Yeah, I don't understand that. That's a long drill.
He's talking about the fire alarm going crazy. Like, have you ever thought maybe get out the building?
It is not a real fire. I'm telling you. If it is, I'm not leaving all my shit in here. Y'all crazy as a motherfucker.
my
You have
God,
you have
man.
you have insurance. You have renter's insurance. I $100,000. I don't know if I have $100,000 worth of stuff in here, so I could go ahead and give it back. I will when the day comes. I can tell you that much. I had 7 computers. I had a car in my house. Like, I want all my money. I'm gonna rebuild everything.
You had a car on the 4th floor?
yeah.
Man, that's nigga Batman.
I ain't never known no fire drill to be this long. They
That's
trying
a
to
long
get you out
fire
the
drill.
building. Like,
No,
trying to
they
get you out the building.
gotta come in and check too. So it might take a while. They going in and checking shit
Every
on
apartment.
every floor. Yeah, on every floor. So that shit is annoying.
Yo, this might be the worst episode all year. First off, football's up here, so we can't even take him down when he start acting crazy. Pins in the background waiting. Drench has a fire alarm.
You are such
Ron
a
went to
hater.
sleep. Ron went to sleep, and it's nowhere to be seen. I can't pull up super chats. I'm trying to get access to it. Mark can't pull up super chats. We're just here. But
I mean, what's good? What's
yeah,
new?
Drench. No, I'm with it. I'm just trying to, like, I don't understand. We're going in the background anyway. Football breakdown. Is there a team that you thought that won the draft?
No, because I didn't really watch the draft too much. I mean, it's yet to be seen. In terms of trades though, because I did want to talk about I don't know, this Bam Giannis fit. I'm sure you guys spoke about this.
Shit is over with now. Oh man, God damn.
What do you think they need though, like to really make them? Because I don't think they're better than the Knicks right now. What do you think they need?
A better team. How about that?
They need perimeter. They need perimeter creation, perimeter shot making. I don't know who those players are who are available, but they need someone who can shoot pull-up threes, get them off of volume, create their own shot on the outside without major assistance, and then they need to surround that three, so Bam, Giannis, and whoever that player is, with spacing and competent role players who play defense. The issue is I don't know how much money they have to acquire all of these players they need. I would me personally, I'm letting Norman Powell go. Personally, I don't know what they're gonna do. They drafted Ryan Conwell, who is like, he does the 3-point part. He shoots a lot of threes. So that's the right idea. They just need to hash it out and figure out who else they can replace with. I think they'd probably try to keep Fontecchio just because of that, because he shoots a bunch of threes. So you need like those type of players, but on cheap deals if they exist. So maybe a Malik Beasley, maybe a Landry Shamet.
You hear they're not getting back.
Hauser.
You hear they're not getting back. What's that boy name? Mitchell Robinson.
Who, the Knicks?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you win a championship. I mean, Mitchell Robinson's a really good player. It's hard
I
to
don't
bring
know
it back
why.
on the money he was making.
Yeah, I just feel like
Yay!
I just feel like for James Dolan, I mean, and a lot of people was mad at me because I said that I feel like James Dolan should bring the whole team back, even though it's gonna cost some money. He said we ain't getting that luxury tax again. Fuck it, we won for the first time in 53 years. You motherfuckers gonna suffer another 53.
Man, that tax go crazy, man. Like, shit.
Yeah, I think Chill said it's $1.
Is it not $3 for every dollar? Or something?
$3 for every
No, it's
dollar.
three.
Over, yeah.
When second apron is three and change for every dollar.
Crazy.
Yeah,
a lot
like
of
come on,
money.
man. Are you
That's
telling me
crazy.
I'd go over the luxury tax by let's say I go over by 8 million? I'm paying 25 million?
Yeah,
Man, hell no.
that's wild. That's
Like
wild.
shit. I don't blame these owners for not trying to pay that. Like, yeah, they got the bread. I still ain't.
I mean, but
I could
is
be
it
Elon Musk
just
for it. I ain't
5
gotta
million?
pay
Is it? I mean, but realistically, some of them making 5 million a month, 5 million a week.
Yeah, cool. That doesn't mean I want to pay 25 million. I just don't.
I agree. No, I agree. Like I said, I don't tell no billionaire how to spend their money. Like you spend your money how you spend your money. And I'm coming to the conclusion too. Like shit, you want what you want. Like you might think it's just easy to come off of 25 million, but shit, nigga, if I want to invest that 25 million to another company, shit, I'm broke.
Bro.
Then if I gotta pay
Yeah,
this, I'm
someone
broke.
said they got it. Who cares? I mean, shit, they care. Like,
And they might not got it. If they gotta invest 25 million to another company, they don't got it. They
you
broke.
talking about
Definition
something
of
they
count
got it. Who
pockets.
cares? So just because you got money, that means you need to just spend frivolously? Like,
And it ain't even about that. It's just about what they want to do with their money. Like I said, they might want to invest that 25 million somewhere else. Like I might want to put that 25 million in a whole different project. So if I spend my 25 million on this, I'm broke. So I don't got it. That's what that means. I don't got it. So
I'm not
Yeah,
one.
I ain't
I'm not
never
one
gonna
to
look at
cape
someone
for
crazy
billionaires,
for not
but
wanting to spend 25 million.
I
I
get
don't
it.
care how much
I get
money
it.
you go.
yeah,
25
25 million is a lot
25
of
million.
money. It's a
And
lot
that's
of
me
money.
just assuming they only go over by 8 million. If they go over, imagine they go over by like 30 million.
Which they probably will if they
120,
sign. If they probably sign
or
back
90, I think.
Mitchell Robinson, Landry Shamet. If they sign back all those guys, he probably will go over about
Come on,
30,
man,
20,
like-
30 million.
And this is with Brunson taking a pay cut. Could you imagine if he didn't?
Yeah.
They wouldn't have a chip.
Yeah,
So-
I just feel like, sometimes, but that's just me. I'm irresponsible sometimes. You get on this high and you just, you kind of make bad decisions when you get on that high a lot of times. So, he know better than me what it takes to run a New York Knicks franchise. How long he been the owner of the Knicks?
A very long time.
Too long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
People
know
have
what
been
he
very
doing more than me.
mad with him. So,
I mean, shit, he won one.
you,
so
you
that's-
didn't say waste money, but you said waste money.
So
Like, you didn't explicitly say waste money, but you said he's got it. Why not? That's basically saying
Yeah.
if you got it, just spend it. Like that's saying.
are we
your
gonna
family waste money.
answer some 15 super chats or what?
I don't know if Swiper has the controls to read them.
I definitely don't. I can tell you that.
He does.
Not yet. I'm working on getting them. There we
No?
go. Well,
How-
here's
how
that.
do I
Oh yay!
You let me up, right? Swiper?
No,
Ron-
Ron.
Ron-
did.
Ron-
He's in
Ron-
the
Ron-
message.
Drago, I can read it for you
Yeah.
since Ron messed it up. Drago FC 23 sent in DKK $89.
Danish krona.
Danish krona.
Danish Corona. So he sent in 89 Coronas. Oh, is it Kronas? What is it? Kronas or Kronas?
Corona.
Kronas, because 89 Coronas, boy, we'd be drunk as a motherfucker. But what are the best six men of the 2000s after NR? What does NR stand for, Mars?
Number one.
Number
Oh,
one.
wow. I knew. After number one, Manu, I will argue the best are the Caruso and Iggy, not the PTS spark plug like Lou and Jamal.
Point
Also,
spark plugs.
oh shit, I'm
Points,
tripping.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, point spark plug like Lou and Jamal. Also, travesty that Iggy didn't win 6 Man of the Year in 2016. I think you crazy as hell when it comes down to
Who won 6 Man of the Year in 2016?
probably not.
Was it Lou Williams or Jamal Crawford? Maybe.
Yeah, I
That's
think
always my
people
bet.
be
That's always my
slipping
guess in the mid-2010s.
on Lou Williams. People be slipping on Lou
I think Lou Williams
so.
was a good player. I think Lou Williams
Really
is better
good
than
player.
Jamal Crawford. I don't know if that's a
Me
hot take.
too.
I think he's better.
No, I think he is.
better
I think he's the best. I think he's the second best 6 man behind Manu Ginobili.
Kevin McHale came off the bench for a little while.
Yeah, he did, but
Said after 2000s.
yeah.
Harden was technically
Yeah,
the
but I was
sixth
just
man for a
but
year.
yeah, so after Ginobili,
I'm going Lou Will. I saw it with my own eyes, so I'm biased too. I saw that shit 3 years in a row. I'm looking at that shit like, God damn, he really doing.
can I think of any player who comes off the bench who's more impactful than Caruso?
Lou Will was more impactful. That 20 ball
No,
he was
I don't
putting.
know, I don't know,
Y'all
I
are
don't
listen.
know,
The year
man,
that the first year he won 6 Man of the Year with the Clippers. I do want y'all to know that a lot of times he wasn't the first person to come off the bench. He was like not the first year, the second year, but he wasn't the first person to come off the bench. He was like 6th, 7th man, and then he'd come in and that motherfucker would get 20 ball. That shit was super. That was why the Clippers was winning.
He
Before
let them
Kawhi
score
got
one
there,
of those years coming
yeah.
off the bench. Yeah, I know.
I think the second year too, he let him in scoring before they got Kawhi.
In the regular season, I see it, but like in the playoffs, it's like Caruso is like the difference in like winning and losing a championship for him.
He definitely was in 2000.
I agree. I mean, I agree with that too.
I don't
but
know if Lou Williams,
but
has that
I mean, but
type
Lou
of-
Lou Will
Can I
ain't been on no.
the-
And Lou Will ain't been on that team like structure like the Oklahoma City Thunder too. By the
I
way,
agree, but I also think I'm not saying he couldn't play on OKC, but what I'm saying is I think
he'd be
Lou
coaching
Will has inherent flaws that make it hard.
What
to
you think
have
is
him
inherent flaws, though?
Lou. I mean, the
Defense,
defensive side of the ball is
Rebounding.
a very, very inherent flaw.
What
Plus,
wasn't as bad as y'all think though? Wasn't as bad as you think on defense.
It wasn't as bad as like a Jamal Crawford, but he was a
Yeah.
bad defender. But like, and also there is a level of volatility with his game that, like, in a smaller sample like the playoffs, you get Lou Williams and he goes cold for 3 games, and you're relying on his scoring, that can lose you a series. Caruso's game is a lot less volatile.
Can I give
So,
you
like,
like the most?
I might value him more in a playoff setting. Personally.
It's a single season
I would.
where he came off the bench because he started a lot throughout his career, and it was for a losing team. But this is one of the best bench players I've ever seen in my life. 2004, 2005, Donyell Marshall.
I rock with Donyell Marshall,
when
but
he,
he ain't
when
in
he
this
was shooting
conversation.
7 threes a game or whatever.
Yeah, I rock with Donyell Marshall, but he's not in this conversation.
I mean,
He's a good player.
for that
Not in this
1 year,
he's
bro,
not better than J.R. Smith.
okay.
And that's not a diss to J.R. because J.R. good.
Donyell Marshall could just shoot the hell out the ball, especially for like a big.
And he
big,
looked
like,
weird as a
6'8",
motherfucker
6'9".
too. Yeah, his defense was ass too, by the way.
By the way, sneaky name.
Nah, he
I
was a
think,
bad defender. He
I
was
think
a bad
Danny Granger had a little stint coming off the bench too, post coming out of injury. So that's somebody else I would remember.
Yeah,
in
but
that
not to the level like Lou Will coming off the bench.
He was
Like,
better.
I know,
than Lou Will.
I
He
know
was-
the
he was way
first
better
year.
than Lou Will.
No, as a starter, yeah. I mean,
no, he was just pure better. Period.
not
Lot
when he
better.
came off the bench. No,
I think
Who's this?
Caruso,
you-
Iguodala would be my first 2 names that come to mind.
I'll
I
give
think
you-
Lou Will
I'll-
might be my third.
I'll
Who
give
was
you
the sixth man for the Toronto 2019 team, which, by the way, just has
Fred
some of
VanVleet?
the craziest
Fred
role
VanVleet.
players.
Fred VanVleet.
Fred VanVleet.
Oh.
yeah, but I don't know, bro. I think the first year Lou Will was with the Clippers when he first got over there and he won the 6 man. That one was a little bullshit because they was putting his ass in 2 minutes. But the second year when Trez and them came, I mean,
he was always better than Trez. He was better.
Yeah.
Than Trez.
Like,
yeah, I'm telling you, I watched him, bro. I would be amazed at that shit. I'm like, bro, he not even a 6 man. He would be like the 8th man a lot of times. That motherfucker just be chilling. Then Doc put his ass in the game. Shit, Lou Will playmaking too. Very underrated playmaker when he was with the
I agree.
So-
Lou Will had a 3-year stretch. He averaged 20. Like, he
Yeah.
didn't average 20 all 3 years. It was 22 and a half, 20, and 18. But averaged out to 20. And like,
Yeah.
he was a sick man the whole time. Like,
but did he ever shoot 61.3% true shooting?
Oh god,
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say no.
Did he ever
I
have
mean, but-
Did he ever have a
Oh,
4.9
God.
box plus minus?
oh god.
I'm gonna go out on a
this?
lim and say no.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Wait,
go
was,
out on a
was,
limb
was
I have
Bobby
no
was
fucking
Bobby
idea.
Jackson was Bobby Jackson? But he was a backup.
Yeah, but he's
Sorry,
not
it's
better
just
than
like-
Will.
Yeah.
People always like go for like an
Long
archetype
lost
with like people. Yeah, exactly. And it's just like
Lamar Odom was a backup. A 6
Oh,
man.
Lamar.
Yeah, I'm not
Odom.
taking him over Lamar at all. Not even
Odom.
close.
Lamar Odom was good
there
too,
we
though.
go.
Lamar Odom was amazing.
Yeah, he's way better than Lou Will. I'm definitely taking Lamar Odom.
Way better. I
Lamar,
mean,
Lamar Odom
way
is
better.
all
Way
depends
better.
all depends on what you want. But I rock with Lamar Odom though for sure though. I rock
Lamar
with
Odom.
Lamar for
Odom
sure a
is
starter.
amazing.
Lamar for
Lamar
sure a
Odom was the
starter.
third best player on those Lakers teams, in my opinion.
Yeah,
It was
for
Kobe
sure.
Powell and Lamar.
For sure. Lamar for
Um,
sure a starter. That motherfucker went to Rhode Island and he got drafted. Come on, bro. Who doing that?
Hey,
Who
shout out to
doing
Rhode
it?
Island, man. It goes Lamar Odom, Dell, everyone else. who went to
Leandro
Rhode Island.
Barbosa, does he get any love here? Does
I
Barbosa
rock with
get-
Leandro. I rock with Leandro.
I like Leandro Barbosa. Like Barbosa fits the mold of a sick man because he was another one of those like erratic players where it's like
Yeah.
he can't start because he just does too much nonsense. But when you have a good Barbosa, like that changes games.
Bro, he
Like,
was good as a
he gets to the
motherfucker.
ring.
I know this
Warriors,
is
bro.
more
I fucking
recent,
hated
but
when he was on the Warriors too.
And I think he came off the bench, but didn't Benedict Mathurin come off the bench?
Yep.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
He's nice. He's a starter level player. I think that was coming off the bench.
And if we just doing recent memory, Bruce Brown with the Nets, that
Oh,
20,
get the
the
fuck
22
out of here.
series.
Yeah,
Not him
please
jumping
stop.
off. You talking about when he was jumping off a platform?
He was
That
great.
one?
He was.
I
cooking.
need
He
you to
was-
apologize for that
I
shit.
apologize.
You said.
when he
he
was
was great.
the better athlete than Russ. Bruce
Yeah,
He was.
he
He
was
was
a
great.
better athlete than Russell Westbrook.
Sure was.
jumping
I
off
mean,
the
Yeah.
respect
platform.
six man Russ. Respect six man Russ.
Jason Terry?
Yeah, Russ was good at 6 man.
Yep, Jason Terry.
Jason Terry not a better 6 man than Lou Will.
Yeah, he is.
No, he's not, Swiper. Come on,
Bro, you don't
man.
even watch basketball in 2020s and 2000. So like, I don't know why I'm having. this
Nigga, I
discussion
didn't
with
watch
you.
cartoons. That's all I did.
You didn't
Huh?
even remember Lamar Odom.
I did
Don't
remember
let me
Lamar.
pull out some deep cut names on you. Lennox
I
Clay-
remember
Lennox
most names that
Glazer
y'all
and all
talking
that
about
kind of
except for
stuff.
the names that Penn be saying.
Anthony
I-
Carr,
Hawkins.
Anthony Carr, right? Swipe
An-
out.
no,
Anthony Carter
no,
was
no,
ass.
no,
Anthony
no.
Carter was ass.
No. Matter of fact, bars. Nope. Lost.
Anthony Carter was
lost
straight
lost
ass.
me a playoff series. I'm so good. I'm so
Legit,
good.
like legit, I felt like Ben Gordon was
Ben
like
Gordon.
I rock with
Oh,
Ben Gordon.
was gonna be like one of my favorite 6 men of all time. And James Harden
Ben Gordon
also
was
came off
really
the
good,
bench,
yeah.
by the way, for the OKC Thunder that
Yeah,
went to
Sean
the
Livingston.
championship
That's
round.
another name.
I mean, yeah, if we're gonna count James Harden, that 2012 James Harden is a better 6 man than damn near everyone we said.
Who was the 6 man for Detroit during those Eastern Conference runs?
What, like
Shit,
04,
That
05,
wasn't
06?
Maxwell because Maxwell was later.
I ain't gonna
That
lie,
had to be,
Marv. Getting 22 and 5 off the bench is crazy as a motherfucker.
Mike Miller
Was,
came off
was
the
that
bench.
Harden?
Mike Miller
No,
came off the
that's
bench
Lou
for a little
Will.
bit. I like
Lou
that.
Will.
Harden was at 16.
Harden
Mike-
was
wait,
killing
Mike
me.
Miller also
That
won
that
the
wasn't
man
Rodney
here?
Stuckey. That wasn't Rodney Stuckey.
Rodney
No,
Stuckey was a
Rodney
starter.
Stuckey was the 2010s. Rodney Stuckey was the
And he was
2010s.
a starter.
What about Peyton Pritchard?
I like Payton Pritchard.
You know what?
too.
This is going to be controversial.
Lindsey Hunter. Yes, Big Zeke. That's a good one.
Lindsey
Yeah.
Hunter is a
You
good
always
pick.
I
forget
rock with
Lindsey
Lindsey
Hunter's
Hunter.
name.
Yeah, I always
I
forget his.
rock Lindsey because he don't know ball for real. He didn't really watch.
No, I mean that was 23 years ago.
Hunter, yeah, Lindsey Hunter was he came in to play defense.
Yeah, he was a good
Yeah.
player.
that
Yeah,
Pistons
yeah.
team was nasty, especially when they had Jason Maxiell and shit. That shit was nasty, boy. Them motherfuckers was peak. That shit was
I
peak
mean,
penitentiary hoops.
After they won the chip, so they won in 04. The next year they got McDyess to be that sick man.
Antonio.
Bailey Bell, what up?
What's the
I
word,
rock.
bro?
Hey, Mars, you know how I feel about Antonio McDyess.
That's
boy.
why I said it.
What
Yeah,
about
they got
Antonio McDyess?
Yeah.
Hey, McDyess was a motherfucker,
Yeah,
boy.
he was.
McDyess did that turnaround.
Yeah,
you
he
can't
was.
fuck with
He
McDyess
was
on that
he was the
turnaround.
best with Denver. Yes, he was. He was a great player. He
Yeah,
was a really
no,
great player.
that's when I became a fan of McDyess when he was with Denver for real.
Hey, matter of fact, y'all forgetting. This is how I know y'all know ball because y'all are baldest up here. You don't like ball
He's
people.
the baldest one. Oh, never mind.
Nick Van
Oh,
Exel
between
was
you
a
and football.
dog for a little. There was a run for Nick Van Exel where he was
Yeah.
going crazy.
Which
But he was
one?
open.
But it
Which
wasn't
one
after
though? Which one
2000.
though?
Denver Nick was good, but LA Nick was really good. LA Nick was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he was a
Sam
all-star,
Cassell had a good run too, though. By the
Sam
way,
Cassell was
motherfuckers
good.
forget about Sam. Sam Cassell was
you
a
know-
good basketball player, regardless. Like starter.
Vinny Johnson, yeah,
whatever.
but that's the
That's a
80s.
fact.
But yeah, I think we've named enough six.
Heat,
man.
Heat, Ray Allen.
I mean, for the shot alone, I mean, yeah, shit.
Yeah, but nah.
You know who had like a
Did
sneaky
Robert
year?
Horry get zero love here?
No, he does.
Robert Horry was a star most of his career.
Yeah, but for the Lakers championships, he was a six man.
Bro, Aaron Brooks in like 09 on that
Aaron
Rockets
Brooks.
team.
Yep, Aaron Brooks.
Oh,
was
most
cold.
improved Aaron Brooks.
Yeah, bro, he was.
Yeah.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, I fucking hate Aaron Brooks. Like I hated everything about that Rockets team. Cause I'm like, bro, I was thinking long term. I'm like, it's no way y'all think he's a good scorer. I'm like, it's no fucking way y'all think this little bitty ass guard is gonna lead us to shit. I mean, we did shock some people in the playoffs when Aaron Brooks was going crazy. But I'm like, bro, he too fucking little. I liked him when he came back to the team when James Harden was there, but they ain't even use him. They ain't even play him. Like they got rid of his ass. So I'm like, bro, I fucking hate it. The Aaron Brooks era was after the T-Mac era, really. And so that shit pissed me off.
Shoot.
And I was a huge T-Mac fan.
The best
so
six
y'all know
man
I was
ever
mad as
in
fuck.
the best six man ever in any setting is like, well, that's 2012 Melo, isn't it?
Well,
Olympics.
Olympics?
On the Olympics.
On the Olympics?
Sure, I guess. Sure.
D
Didn't
Wade.
he, huh?
D Wade came up
Yeah,
against.
Now
D
D-Wade
Wade
started.
came off the bench in
Wade
08.
started.
He came off the bench in
08 and then 12 he started, right? Or Kobe started.
But-
Kobe.
We wasn't there in 12.
Oh yeah, it was.
That's right.
Oh,
And
D
all
Wade
they
did
came
come off the bench.
Yeah, they had-
was-
He led them in
For
scoring.
political reasons,
Yeah.
Durant had to start on that Olympic team, and then Melo came off the bench.
What was
Shout
the
out.
political reason?
The political reason is I'm better than you.
No, he
KD's
wasn't.
better.
No, he wasn't.
Exactly.
2012
Yes, he
Melo
was.
finished. 2012 Melo finished third in the MVP race for a reason. Shout out though.
That's-
Four
Who
wins.
was second?
That's
That was
fine.
the next year.
Huh?
That was
Who
the
was
next year.
second?
No, he should have. He got a first place vote.
Who was
Exactly.
Who got a first place vote? Who got a first
Exactly.
place
Oh,
vote?
shout out. That
Exactly.
motherfucker Slimy is a boy, and he was scared to say Melo was second. I mean, he was scared to say KD was second.
He didn't get a first place vote though. So
Okay.
He didn't.
So it don't matter.
Right. And then he
For
just
sure.
went around and won it the next year. So he
Hey, what currency is this? Fanatics?
Oh.
Fanatics is
Nigga
crazy.
said that.
That's Fanatics
It's
currency.
the same-
We
it's
got
the
a
same- it's the same
$100
currency as your
Fanatic
jersey.
gift card.
What did you say, Penn?
So it's the same currency as his jersey.
What country is your jersey from?
Kazakhstan.
Never mind.
Where should Nurkic sign? Also about my chat a few days ago. I mean, which all-time
is
small
crazy.
forwards could win on the 94 Bulls? And do you think Tatum could? Okay, so replace Scottie Pippen with any small forwards in history. In 1994, did the Bulls win a championship?
He said JT.
Any?
I thought we already
Yeah,
did that.
No, but we was doing small forwards in 94, like current small forwards at that time. He wants us to expand it to all time. So Elgin Baylor, John Havlicek, Larry Bird, Dominique Wilkins, LeBron, Kawhi, KD, etc., 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 etc.
Win the chip.
I'm gonna be honest. Outside of like Braun, I mean, they still don't have a big. Like, they still don't have a big. I don't know how they're gonna win. Like, team just wasn't good enough to win the championship. I don't think. Like, it's gonna take a lot.
Kawhi Leonard, nope. But that gives you shooting.
It does, but I also think Kawhi in 94 gonna shoot like 3 threes. Like, I'm gonna shoot.
Yeah, but he's still
maybe 4.
He's gonna give you a lot of defense. What about Kevin Durant?
I mean, Pippen.
KD gonna give you your scoring ain't gonna be a problem. I mean, but we gotta talk about getting through the East. Like, they still have no human beings to match up with the bigs in the NBA. They just at that time they just didn't.
The answer I want to give you, you don't want to hear it.
Sway Barnes.
Yep.
Give the answer you want to give. Like, that's fine. Like,
Scotty,
I'm gonna be honest. It might just be Braun for real. And even Braun, I don't know if they win. I just think that might be their best chance.
Yeah, they could get out the East with a few of these guys, but win the championship.
If you need someone,
like the Rockets
positionally versatile,
too well, and Hakeem is too much of a mismatch. It's just, I don't know.
If you need someone positionally versatile who can play off of Jordan, get him the ball, operate as
no Jordan.
No, there's no Jordan. It's 94. No Jordan. That's why it's different. If Jordan was that shit, give me every small forward that's ever existed.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Yeah, they talking about the non-MJ year when Scottie Pippen was top 5 in MVP and got them to the second round. They lost in Game 7 against the Knicks. That team, what small forward could you add to them and win? It's like, I don't know.
I would like to withdraw my question, my answer of Scotty Barnes. Never mind.
Okay. Nice.
So yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Braun might be the only one I'm even close to saying, and I don't even know if they win. Like, it's a matchup thing.
Larry Bird was a bad matchup for them with or without Mike. So it's like, without Mike,
yeah, it's tough, man. Like, Patrick Ewing gave them problems, respectfully. Like, what do you think Hakeem's doing to that front line? It's like Braun was great against like the Magic in 09, but his team lost because Dwight Howard was bending over his front court. Shit, they got Hakeem in the finals. Like,
well,
I don't know.
Well, also it was Dwight and the Magic had like their best 3-point shooting series.
Yeah, exactly. That's what the Rockets were in 94.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. And they did that, and that was a short and 3-point line. Like, so like the Rockets in 94 are like the 09 Magic, but like way better.
Yeah. 100%.
Like, I don't.
Facts.
Yeah, it's tough, man. But yeah, if we can do the next super
chat. We got
chat.
some super chats.
Shout outs. Next super chat. Who want to read this one? Drench, you up again? No, football breakdown. Since you so smart and you're gonna be in the book club, you read this one.
I'm not.
And are we sure we want football to read that shit? His
Okay,
eyes gonna be
everyone
going crazy as a
football is a
motherfucker.
great reader.
Everyone won in the draft except for Swipe, but also Rawn just not being able to read be killing me.
Football, how the hell you read that shit without your eyes moving?
Because I can read.
Because
I don't know how the fuck you read that shit with your eyes in one place. I mean, how you just got that? Yo, vision.
You got that peripheral vision. Yeah, you got that peripheral.
How do you read?
Or
Jordan,
he's further
Jordan,
from his screen.
How do you
than
read?
you
Like
are.
you read like this?
I read looking at the
read
shit
with his
like
finger.
this.
He just like this. He go.
Nah, read with your finger is crazy.
Bill, he got the bouncing ball.
Hey, reading with your finger is crazy, boys. Everyone in the draft except for Swiper, also Ron just not being able to read is killing me. That's crazy.
I ain't gonna lie. That's
you
how
gonna
you
read
mess
how you
up.
gonna read, man. You gonna read how you read.
I mean, if you read like that, I don't give a shit. I mean, shit.
As long as you can
say
read,
it,
you can read, man.
Jordan, wait,
There's
read it your
too many
style,
people
Jordan.
who
Read it
call.
your style.
Too many people who
I
call.
can read. I read shit all the
Just
time.
make him read the next
Everyone
one.
in the
I'll read
draft
the next
except for Swiper. Also,
I don't read that shit. That's how
Now,
you
you
read.
saying
That's how
he
you
read
read.
each syllable? He read each syllable?
He read
Yeah,
like everything
nah.
got a comma after it.
Yeah, that's Swiper read that shit like that.
Oh, Ron, if you could bring up the next super chat, please.
He's not
I was
here.
an excellent.
I'm doing
I
it.
was an
Oh,
believe it or not, I was an excellent reader and writer in school.
I'm
That
not
was my best
surprised.
thing.
You're intelligent.
Yeah, go
Bill,
ahead.
you got this one.
I've been all right. What is it?
Go
Carm.
ahead.
What's his name? Carm 07.
Yeah.
Carm 07 for $4.99, not $5. I've been seeing the framework of Jalen Duren for Anthony Davis. What y'all think?
Huh?
How the fuck that's gonna work? Trey
I
Young
would
about
love
to play.
I would love to see Jalen Durham with Trey Young.
Trey Young. Ain't no way in hell I want to see Jalen Duren with Trey Young. That's crazy as a motherfucker.
Why?
He gonna
Why
set some
not? I think
great
Jalen
screens.
Duren.
Jalen
will have
Duren.
a-
Because
Jalen
I want to
Duren
see him
will-
with Anthony Davis. That's why I want to see him with
I mean,
Anthony
I
Davis,
wanna-
not
yeah,
Trae
I wanna
Young.
see-
Well,
I
you
wanna
ain't gonna
see
see
Anthony
you ain't gonna
Davis
see
too.
him with Anthony
But I
Davis.
wanna see him
Anthony
with- I
Davis
wanna
always
see him
gonna
with
be
Trae.
hurt. Come on, man. I love it. I love it. The Pistons think that they're closer to contending. Anthony Davis, I think, fits a lot better with what they need.
Depends on what
And-
Anthony Davis you get.
I mean, you just really need him for the playoffs because,
I'm cool with that. I'll play Anthony Davis 41 games and shit. It'd be the 41 in the second half.
As long as they get an AD that's bought all the way in on defense, maybe slims down a little bit, and then offensively can do the play finishing stuff that Duren couldn't do in the playoffs.
he
but then
definitely gonna be
also-
better during the playoffs. for
Yeah,
sure.
but then also has like that still like face up mid range jump shot that they can go to if they're in a bind. He would help
Right.
them, and then Jalen Duren brings down the age of the Wizards, which is cool because they're still a young team. I think he can play really well with Trae Young, who's in my opinion one of the 5 best passers in the league. Now the issue is you now sacrifice your defense by going from Anthony Davis to Jalen Duren alongside Trae Young, which is I guess where the concern lies. Yeah, and AJ. So,
He fits the timeline though. I would
but
think
he does
that.
fit the timeline a lot more. He's like 22, 23. AD's like
he just
30.
looked 42. That's just the thing.
I mean, yeah, he was the youngest player in the league his rookie year, and he looks about 29. So shit.
Nah, he looked way older than 29. That motherfucker look
not
older than
Jalen
me. I'm
Duren.
30. He
You
look like he
30?
can barbecue like a motherfucker. Yeah.
He's always been built like that.
A
He was
star
like
in AD.
Yeah, I saw him in
defensively
high
is
school.
Crazy.
He
Yeah.
look- he
A
was
star,
built like
in
in high
AD
school.
defensively is insane.
that.
Yeah, that's why I said I want to see Trae Young over there because we got Asar, you got Bub Carrington, you still got what's your guy Mars Bilal Coulibaly that you
That is
switched
not
up
my
on
guy. That is
Yeah,
not my
Mars
guy.
switched
Mars
up
is the
on him.
Keyshawn George guy.
Keyshawn
Keys-
George over there. But that team, but they gonna have
Bilal
so many
I'm
dogs.
not gonna lie. Shout out to Wemby because in the 24 draft, he got Salon drafted, I'm Risacher drafted, and Bilal got drafted in 23 on the back of Wemby.
This
So,
man Mars.
shout out to
is
Wemby,
crazy.
man. They just started believing in French people.
Yeah.
And
No,
Risa
one
Shea
of them
came
panned
after him.
out.
And Risa Shea
Yeah,
came
no,
after
one of
him.
them,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
one of them pans out. The only one that's even close to panning out, hopefully, is Alex Sar. The rest of them just suck.
Alex Sar good though. I watched a lot of tape on Alex Sar this year. Alex Sar good, bro.
I
Like-
think
He would've
Alex
been my
Sar
number one
got a
pick.
bright future.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had him as my number 2 pick. Yeah, but Alex Sar was
Who you had number 1?
Ron Hollins.
Oh yeah, you did say that. You
I
wrong
had
like a
Matas.
motherfucker.
I had Matas 3. Yeah.
Yeah, he wrong like a motherfucker. Bill, don't worry about it.
Yeah, hey man, I didn't know his offense was gonna be this bad, but
I don't know how you
defensively,
didn't know
he's
that.
I ain't gonna, man. He looked like he had some ball handling potential.
But then again, I saw
You
Ron
know what?
Holland in high school too. Though Ron Holland barely. When I see players in high school that barely shoot a jump shot, yeah, you might go to the NBA, but that shit don't translate.
Yeah,
Don't
but the
sell-
defense has been all I expected and more. So like,
Don't
Ron Holland's
sell-
still really good.
yeah.
Don't sell your Tijan Salon stock. If you have any, hold it. Put it under your
For his sister, you holding it for his sister?
Tijan Salon.
Yeah,
I
his
don't
sister.
know. I don't know about his sister. I know Wemby got a sister. I don't know about his.
She
sister,
playing the
but-
WNBA. That's not his sister. That's
I know
Tijan
who you're
Salon's
talking about.
sister.
I've always wondered the same thing. I don't know.
That
if
guy,
they're
there's no way
related,
y'all. That's not no common last name. That's his goddamn sister. They got.
I don't know. It might be a common French last name, but I'm not gonna lie because I
Who
was
knows?
looking. I seen her as well. She plays for the Golden State team.
They damn near got the same name.
Yeah, but I don't know if they're related. I just know
I don't know
that
either.
it's-
I don't
Okay.
know either. I don't know if they're related either.
Like he massively improved last year. Like, let's just be real. He started out really raw. I ended up seeing him in his rookie season when they played the Raptors. I was genuinely shocked at how huge he was, man.
Oh, somebody
that-
said that is his sister.
That
Okay.
dude is functionally very athletic. So I actually do believe it will work out for them. Long
That's
term.
why he got drafted. I mean, yeah,
he
he
shot
got drafted
43.
because
He
he-
shot
You know who else
43%
sister
from three
good?
last year.
You know who else is
Yeah, and he
good?
barely
Amir
played
Coffey's
last year.
sister.
So him not playing doesn't
Oh, yeah.
move me at all. Like
Yeah.
I mean, this was always going to be a long term bet on
She
development.
looked just like Amir.
Like I'll say this: Tijan Salon, you might say he sucks. Zaccharie Risacher, you might say he sucks. Neither one of these guys suck as bad as Anthony Bennett. None.
God, dog, y'all gonna make me defend AB every time, dog. Keep
You
telling
don't
y'all
have
what
to.
it is about Anthony Bennett, dog. I keep telling y'all.
That
Breathing.
The
shit
man
beat
just
me,
can't
dog.
breathe.
I know he
It's
wasn't
hard to
number
play
one pick.
basketball when you can't breathe.
being drafted number 1 and you can't breathe is problematic.
Bro, they saw him
Crazy.
work out. They saw him work out for 45 minutes. That motherfucker gave you the best 45 minutes you ever seen. Imagine a dude who dunked the shit out the ball hard as shit. Think about this. I'm telling you, this how it's draft. He's dunking the dog shit out the ball. Boom, boom. And then he shoot. And right after he dunk it at a high level, he shoot it at a high level.
That's
and you see his build, you like, oh shit, we got
But
a gym.
But here's the problem. Why were they working him out for the number 1 pick anyway?
That's
Because
the
go look at what he did.
Curiosity.
Go look. No. Go look at what he did at UNLV.
Yeah, he
go
was
look.
like 17 and 9, and like he was
In how many minutes? In how many
I'm
minutes?
That's the problem.
That's what they thought. But they thought like, damn, he was only playing that many minutes. What if we play him 30? That motherfucker can't play 30.
You know what?
He can't play 30 minutes.
Andrea Bargnani also had breathing issues. Believe it or not, like he had I think a deviated septum, and then he had adenoid issue or something like that. So he's always breathing through his mouth, which is terrible. Let me find out that every single number 1 pick that didn't work out had breathing issues.
No.
Greg Oden had one leg longer than the other. That was
only reason why I'm saying this about Anthony Bennett is because I know he was with the Clippers for a little bit, and I used to go to when they were the Agua Caliente Clippers in the G League. I used to go to their practice, like every practice, and I would see them working with him on the sideline about that shit. Like he would be healthy, and then he would try to play, and then they had to take him off the court. Like that's how I know that he got crazy breathing issues. Like. But when he work out for 15 minutes, that motherfucker might not never miss. That shit go right in, and then he can dunk that bitch, and then he got to go work on the sideline because he can't breathe. Like it was like, bro, he had like a lot, and I think a lot of teams probably maybe misdiagnosed it too, for real. You know, like they just
it's just conditioning issues that they could.
Some big human beings just can't play that many minutes. Wemby was getting gassed like shit every time he played over 30 minutes.
It's very hard, man. It's very hard. Sometimes your heart mess up.
I'll tell you, Adai Mara. The guy that the Thunder just drafted, I doubt ever plays over 25 minutes a game, ever.
Why you think?
That side Klingon has had the same issues.
Boban went through that shit too, even though he's
difficult.
It's a dude named Swiper might not know. He a fake Baylor. He a fake Baylor guy, but it's a dude named Joe Luau Chul. That's my homeboy too. He has the same thing. Like he got to play like the first 5 minutes, and then you got to take him out because his heart got to like recalibrate and get it, back. If you don't take him out, he might pass the fuck out. But I think after them 5 minutes, he good.
JaVale McGee.
He didn't play like that either.
And that's what I'm saying. I think they just misdiagnosed Anthony Bennett, and they saw the best 45-minute workout you ever see in your life.
I mean, shit. Mitchell Robinson was gassing out.
But this is
Mitchell Robinson.
You don't draft someone number 1 over a workout. Like workouts.
By the way, just to pack up this
2%.
This guy Jordan. By the way, I don't know if you noticed this, which is perfect fine. If you watched the NBA draft coverage in the second round the other day, there's actually a kid named Keem McClure. You probably might.
Yeah, I know King.
King was at Baylor, y'all, and he is now an excellent basketball.
No, I'll rock with King.
And he's about 6. He's big. He's big, man. I think you probably, if you were tapped around the draft or whatever, he wasn't like a great basketball player.
No, he was a good basketball player.
No, he was.
He had a heart issue.
Yeah, he's not like an NBA, whatever, but he's
he was when he came out of high school. He was.
Shut up! I'm finishing. I know he's a really good high school player. I'm taking he didn't get a chance to become what he is. I'm saying now he's a great analyst. He's 30. I mean, he might be 30 now. Maybe Jordan say 30, 31.
Yeah,
but he is a rising star, like legitimately rising star in this business. He's going to be really good.
I saw him on ESPN. The other day. I started to tell him like, "Hey, boy, when the hell you got that Hollywood?" I just saw King when I went to Baylor for you at Team USA. He was hooping. His ass can't hoop no more though. His ass out of shape like a motherfucker.
Yeah, man,
King was supposed to be that dude too though. King was supposed to be that dude. I think he had like one of them. Baylor had a whole team full of dudes with heart issues, bro. Like
I'm gonna consider taking like online courses at Baylor University, so Swiper will be on my side in all these debates.
Baylor's a great university.
No, but you can do that. Jordan's a faker. He just happens to know someone that went there and then got associated.
I know a legend that went there.
And then on top of that, shout out to my boy Rico. Shout out to my boy Ish, because Ish played.
I know Ish too.
I know you know Ish. He was there with Motley. I know you were there. You were there because
he played on the same team. They play on the same team now. They play for
cool.
together.
Cool. You was there by connection. You ain't stay out my building, partner.
All right. I asked anybody when I went there. I say, "Hey, y'all heard of Swiper?"
They would never. They would. You know why? Swiper didn't exist.
Swiper, you watch The Office?
Who the fuck is that?
Swiper, you watch The Office?
He ain't got no motion.
Yes.
You being real Andy Bernard right now.
Good. I like Andy. It's one of my favorite characters. Except when he took over.
I never watched the episode.
Except when he took over as the lead, and then he went down the hill from that. Medved Ted $5. Isaiah Zoe traded for 2 second-round picks. What a steal for the Pistons.
Why do y'all think? See, people was mad at me when I said Aaron Wiggins shouldn't be traded for no picks. But yeah, but I also think people don't. No, not for that. I also think people don't value. That's what I realized. People don't value second round picks. Like they literally don't. So if that's the way you see it, then I understand it. But I do value second round picks. I think second round picks is where you can get a guy on a really good contract. Like so, that's why I value.
If you have an agent favor, yep.
Yeah, so that's why I value it. But I saw a lot of people in my comments like most second round picks don't ever play in the NBA, and I'm like, whatever. But I don't know how true that is too to agree or disagree. But I'm not trading 2 second round picks for them two.
NIL changes that because we've had 60 picks in the draft for I want to say like since I've been alive. There's been 60 picks in the draft, right?
Yeah.
You consider the pool of players that actually play basketball across the world, like. And now you consider NIL, the number of guys going back. So one class gets weak, then another class loads up, then another class loads up. There's going to be a class, I promise you, where there's going to be first round talent at 42.
I agree.
Oh my God. Like, I wish we had, like, look at last year. Rasheer Fleming.
Swiper, why would you do that?
Do what?
Why would you get pinned off of it?
That wasn't me.
Then it gotta be.
Yeah,
I don't know who that was.
No, I wasn't even.
Fleming,
I wasn't even looking at the screen. That wasn't me. I was doing something else. That was not me.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
Cool. Rasheer Fleming, Ryan Kalkbrenner, Maxime Reno. There were so many guys in the second round last year. So and now we're seeing guys in the undrafted heap. Like when I was coming up, like it was almost impossible to find someone really good who went undrafted. Right? It was an anomaly. Happens every year now. Right? So. It's pretty cool.
I mean, you gave the second round picks to OKC too, so that's scouting team.
Yeah, like why y'all keep just giving them shit, bro? Like, bro, I'm like, not to sound, I know some Oklahoma City Thunder fans gonna be mad. I don't think Aaron Wiggins is that good. I've been telling people that. I don't think Isaiah Joe is that good too. They both can shoot the basketball. They both decent players, but that team was perfect for them a lot of times. That team, I was wrong about Jaime Jaquez, and I vehemently admitted that. Nice. I was very wrong.
What?
I'm not gonna say
vehemently. Yeah, vehemently. He said it with his twang.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna repeat it again. But anyway, that's a word. That's a word my dad used to use a lot when we was growing up. By the way, but anyways, I'm not gonna be wrong about Aaron Wiggins and Isaiah Joe. Europe is calling their motherfucking name. I'm telling you right now. Europe is calling their name. They will be on Olympiacos. They'll be on Fenerbahce. They will be on some shit like that. They will be in Europe pretty soon. Give it 2 years. I was wrong about Davion Mitchell too, by the way, too. So,
you were. Talick, $5 pin. Let me know what you expect with the Heat getting Ryan Conwell. I can't stop comparing him to a slightly smaller Desmond Bane. Also, Duncan Robinson on the way.
I mean, he's just the same height as Desmond Bane, but he's got a bigger wingspan. So I don't know if his shooting volume was insane. He doesn't have a lot of on-ball creation stuff. So if you put him off the ball, like he finds great pockets of space to get shots. And something that I've realized is like for years, I haven't really understood the value of like volume on 3-point shooting. Like I just assumed that, this guy takes 6 per 100 possessions, but in the right system, he'll take 10. It's a skill to actually get that many shots up, and this guy gets them up like in a unconscionable amount. I think 17 per 100 possessions. So, great for what they need. If it works, it's going to be amazing next to Giannis. Yeah. Trying to think of a player comp. I don't think Desmond Bane, because he's not much of a playmaker but honestly, Desmond Bane coming out of college, yeah, sure, I get it. But Desmond Bane had a really unique development arc with Darko Rajakovic and the Memphis coaching staff where
they drafted Desmond Bane off a 45-minute workout too, though.
No, they didn't.
No, I'm saying he shot up off a 45-minute workout. Patrick Williams for sure. That shit was Mars. You talk about highway robbery. That's what the fuck Patrick Williams did to the Bulls. Yeah, the motherfucker talking about he the Paul. What are you bullshitting me?
Another one of the worst draft
Patrick Ass Williams. That's what the Paul stands for.
Desmond Bane played 4 years at TCU in the Big 12. He shot the hell out of basketball.
In a good Big 12 too.
44% from three across 4 years. So no, they don't need a workout to know he can shoot. Like,
No,
could
but
shoot,
he did,
and he was
did
shooting a
shoot
high
up.
volume.
But I'm saying he
for,
shot up from his workout in LA. That's when he shot up the draft boys.
for sure.
That one workout, that motherfucker made like 43s in a row.
Amazing. And I mean, like, if you watch him play, he got better as a shooter. I think, okay, so I'm looking at the numbers here. In his final year at TCU, he shot 11 per 100 possessions. The man you're talking
11
about
threes
shot per 100 possessions. And
how many you shoot per game?
6.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but because, yeah, so yeah, I don't know. We're talking about a greater volume of shots than
This
one of the
motherfucker
greatest collegiate shooters.
Football
of all
breakdown
time.
do everything without moving his eyes. This motherfucker just drinking the water straight up, no eye movement. Boy, you a motherfucking psychopath.
Boy, he meant to look at the water too.
I mean, at least when you drink water, you look around or something. He just
Why?
look at him talking about why. Motherfucking football wake up like the Undertaker.
I really do though.
I'm not. I can tell.
Football, do you sleep with your eyes open?
I would not be surprised. Major
You said
pain.
what?
You sleep with your eyes open?
No, I have like I get
George.
Football scared the shit out of me. Boy.
like Major Payne, Jordan.
That's what I'm saying. He looked like Major Payne a little bit too. Yeah, I'm telling you, boy, football probably can eat like a motherfucker, boy. Football had- Hey, football, you can eat like a motherfucker, huh? Boy, I bet you can. Boy, I know football got a big ass plate of food for he get on this motherfucker or something.
At least I can read.
I got my eye on you.
Damn, I can read too.
Y'all are crazy, though. Bandit Hunt Show, $5 super chat. Chill has Luka usage been performing like Jordan Poole in 2023 against the Lakers. Bad takes after bad takes.
You better respect Showtime Hoops.
You wasn't even bad today, I don't think.
That's an NBA champion.
Y'all bait chilling to some
Chill
ridiculous.
is never bad. Chill ain't never had a bad game.
Hey,
if you disagree
hey,
with
football-
Chill, you need to just look in the mirror.
Mhm.
Hey, football. What
Jordan,
country
you gonna
ass
say
town
something
you
crazy.
in?
What country ass time am I in?
Yeah,
One,
you
I'm
got to
not
be in
gonna
the
reveal-
country ass town. They
I'm
got you
not gonna-
stashed the
I'm-
fuck.
I'm not.
Yeah, you
I'm not
stashed the
gonna
way, though.
reveal my location.
Low key,
Um,
you look like you're in the back rooms.
I don't know what that is. And two,
You somewhere in South Carolina,
no, I'm actually in the
Alabama.
home of the Chiefs. So I'm a
Oh,
Mahomes guy. So
Oh, okay, cool. Ain't nobody looking for you though. If you was gonna reveal your dad,
I don't
the
know
way
that.
you looking for them.
You don't know someone's looking to you until they find you. So
You'll be able to see it.
Are there
from
people
a mile,
after you
mile
football right
away.
now?
I can tell you that.
huh?
Are there people after you?
I wouldn't know. I want to keep it that way.
He'll be able to see it from a mile away, Swiper. Don't worry about it. He good.
I'm just a eternally paranoid individual. So it's a weird
That's
world. out
fine.
here.
Some people are like that.
I'm
Yeah,
in
that's fine.
Toronto, Ontario, right next to the Science Center. Come find me.
No one's coming
like,
to find you, Penn.
Ain't nobody going to Toronto. That's the thing.
You know the population of the city?
I might, and I'm talking about nobody from the States is going right now. I might though, because I heard some. Hey, boy, I done had some Toronto joints, boy. Hey,
There you
hey,
go.
man. Hey, they
They
some nice
are
people too.
$5
They don't even play no
$5
games.
To the panel, is this current Ant better than any version of Carmelo?
Wasn't this yesterday?
Yeah.
Any version
Yeah.
of Carmelo? Many versions
Not any
of
version.
Carmelo,
Not
but
many
not
versions.
but not the
any
best.
version.
Oh. Like
Is
I
this
don't know how to-
is Ant better than peak Carmelo? That's what he's asking.
no.
Yes.
To me, yes. To me, yes.
No, but y'all tripping. Bill, I can't believe you
And
gonna let him
currently-
do that.
What
Yeah.
Melo?
Yes,
Yeah, I
I think
can't
Ant
believe you gonna let
today
him
is
do
better
that.
than Melo was.
Yeah, I think Ant's better than Melo too.
I'm an Ant guy, so
100%.
And you
I
gonna
love
let him
Melo
do that?
too, though.
That's crazy.
Saying
I love Melo too.
100
I don't know. I might.
That's
I
the
might-
only
I might
reason why you got them long
100%.
braids like Melo, and you gonna do that.
I might-
100%.
Nim gassed up 405, $2. Nate, I meant Usman Dieng.
Jang.
I can see that. I can see Usman Jane.
No, Usman Jang had real point forward potential. Nate, man, ain't got that.
Usman Jane.
I-
How old is he? How old is he? Because he looked very young.
23 maybe.
He
23.
still got so like little
Well,
kid.
they're
acne
on the
his face.
same team now, so they can compete with each other. And then when they're done, the winner of that matchup can go and face Kyle Kuzma. It's wonderful.
We did not talk about this yesterday. Jigsaw put a member for 12 months. It's about time we acknowledge Marina Mabry, 53 points. That was
She
crazy.
did it last night. How are we supposed
How are we
to talk
supposed to talk
about
about yesterday?
that? She did that
No,
last
no, I'm
night.
On
saying
the
we
members
haven't
only
talked
stream,
about
on the
that
members
today.
only
It happened yesterday.
Oh,
Yeah, it was crazy.
No,
So what's-
Odd's saying here. We're not obligated. Odd's saying here.
What's 53 significance?
She scored
She had-
53
She
points.
gets
was
the
good.
most.
so she wanted
That's
to
basically
come
31
out.
the
minutes.
equivalent of scoring 100 because it's WNBA, right?
It was a
Oh, it's the WNBA. Okay. That's what's up.
yeah, and it was in a win.
So he had like
Is she
9
good?
A blowout win. Yeah,
She's
blowout.
amazing,
Hey,
yeah.
Pin, do you cover? Are you going to cover them? Like
I thought I would. I thought I
it's
would.
the Toronto
like-
Tempo or Toronto Fire? No, that's Portland
It's-
Fire.
it's
Toronto
Portland.
Tempo.
I thought I was going to, like, a couple of months ago. I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna cover the tempo. But like, honestly, man, like the draft is so exhausting. Watching 100,
Nah, it's
watching
very fucking hard to do
100
this shit.
players, watching 100 players in at least 5 full games has been like a 24/7 job.
No, that shit is very hard. I try to watch as many games as possible, but for the shit that I do, it's very hard for me because I fucking restart some of the plays too many times.
Mhm.
Like,
Well,
I
what's
just be like,
what's
"Oh,
been
shit."
what's been cool like so far is because so many guys go back to school. I don't have to watch like as intently every single year because like with Nate Biddle, I've been watching him for like 4 years now. You know
I
what
saw
mean?
Nate Biddle at Prolific Prep. I was there with
5-star
Mohamed Gay.
recruit.
He
5-star
wasn't that good.
recruit.
He wasn't that good though.
He wasn't, but he's 7 feet tall and he got 7'6" wingspan. He just signed an Exhibit 10 with the Raptors.
He ain't.
I just can't be bothered to be evaluating teenagers too much, man. Like,
You know who was at Prolific Prep? Nate Biddle, Mohamed Gay, Adem Bona. They had another guy that went to the NBA that was on that team too. All those guys basically play in the NBA now. Nate Biddle is late though. He very, very late.
I mean, he's 23 and he got a receding hairline. Like, I mean, you know, he got some athletic concerns. He jumped 26%, to 26 inches. You know, was his vertical leap at the draft. So, you know, and he can shoot, man.
He can shoot the ball. Yeah,
Like he
he's
can
always been
really
able to do
shoot
that.
and he can pass and he can block the shit out of the basketball. And he got 7'6" wingspan. Like among all the players who were 6'11" or taller, he had the greatest plus wingspan of any player in this draft.
Man, they got
6+,
stats for
right?
every fucking thing.
So,
I don't even know what that means, but
well, okay. So how tall are you, Jordan?
like 6'2.5", 6'3".
Okay, so if you were 6'3", for you to have the same 6-inch plus, you would have 6'9" wingspan, which means you would have the same wingspan as Darren Peterson. Like,
Shouts. Yep.
it's typically.
I don't
you
know.
score-
I actually don't know how long my arms are. I never. I
So
never
like
really
so like
it.
OG Anunoby, he was 6'6.5" with a 7'2" wingspan. Scotty Barnes was 6'7.5" with a 7'3.5" wingspan. Like these long, Cason Wallace, another one, Donovan Mitchell, another one. So like NBA draft analysts will often look at like +4 as a good mark and then +6, 7 as a freakish mark. Ibuka Okori is basically a first round pick grade and a top 20 pick because
Is that
he
the
had
guard
+1.
from Stanford?
Yeah. Because he had a 6'8" wingspan.
I was
so-
trying to figure out if his
so,
name. for
yeah,
the
like so
longest.
length.
That's a good defensive upside too, bro. With especially with the Pistons.
Well, you
How
gotta know
tall
what
is he?
you're doing.
How tall is he?
He's legit 6'1", 6'1.5", 6'2".
That's what I thought.
But he got 6'8.5".
He kind of got the Rondo build.
Damn, 6'8" wingspan at 6'1", nigga. How the fuck do he sleep at night?
man,
What?
Nigga sleep with his arms off the bed. That nigga sleep like like god damn.
Wii Sports Matt 9775. Remember for 11 months. Any legit smoke on the Kawhi?
I heard that.
Spurs
I
news.
got legit news.
I heard that. I heard he want to go back to Toronto too.
What's
So
the
the
legit
legit
news, Pin?
He is not going to San Antonio.
He going back to Toronto.
So okay, so the way this happened was there was some talk about like the Clippers are kind of stuck in the mud right now because until this investigation clears, like they're not really sure what to do. But if you look at the moves that they've made, not paying Paul George, trading James Harden, trading Vitsa Zubac, not trading this 5th overall pick, going for a young kid who's going to need 2-3 years, trading for Darius Garland, trading for Ben Mathurin. It's very clear they're already thinking about life after Kawhi Leonard, right?
Yeah.
And now Kawhi 34, and he played like a top 6 player last year. So for him, it's like, no, I got to compete. So there are teams that would like to trade for him. Clearly, Detroit is one of them. Toronto is one of them. And exactly. So now if I'm Detroit and I'm Toronto, I'm looking at this like, okay, this really does push us over the top because if he's healthy for us, he's amazing. So the way I would look at it is the last time he was in this situation was with San Antonio, and he said, "Trade me to LA. I ain't signing an extension with Boston. I ain't signing an extension with Toronto. Go fuck yourself. I don't care what happens. I'm going to LA." Toronto won a championship with him, and he still didn't sign the extension. So he is a man of his word. If he's got his mind made up, he ain't signing that extension. If you're
He's a little bit older now, though, Pan.
That's true.
The
but
money a little bit more important when you get older.
From what I understand about Kawhi, the money has like always been secondary to trust, comfort,
Well, because he was
sure
getting
that
it under the table.
I mean, that's part of it too. So the devil's advocate argument is he wants a 5-year deal from the Clippers, and they're not willing to give him a 5-year deal because he's older, because they're not sure where, you know, all this is going to go. They might want to pivot off of him. So if they offer 3, go find a team that's going to give you 5. And I think that team will be Toronto. Toronto will give him like whatever he wants. The city is still very, you know, nostalgic about the last time he was here, and his fit with Scotty Barnes is damn perfect because he would do everything to occupy the defender, and then Scotty could just.
Did you know Kawhi get all his money up front?
Yeah,
you know
that?
I do.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
He's smart.
When I heard
value,
that
money.
shit, I said I think at the time he did that shit. When I heard it, I think he was the only player in the NBA that did his contract like that. That motherfucker get all his money up front.
But you know why, right?
No, I don't know why. I never asked.
So money loses value every single day. Every day. Like if you put $100 in your wallet and leave it there for a year, it's worth less every single day. Like clockwork. So if you left that $100 bill, like for instance, like if you had a $100 bill and you put it in a coat in 1998 and you woke up today, the buying power of that $100 has shrunk like 3 times. So
100%, because I paid $10 for a motherfucking 2 drinks.
Exactly. So if you know what you're doing with your money, then you take all your money up front and you allocate those assets so that because otherwise the team gets to hold the money, which means it's just like keeping your money in the bank. It's like keeping your money in a checking account.
You gotta give Kawhi credit then, though.
Kawhi's
we
smart.
be talking about Kawhi. No, I'm talking
Kawhi's
about credit
super smart.
For him to get his money up front, and for him to play the second half of the season. Oh shit, you gotta give bro credit.
What would the
he take care of his money?
Package look like for Kawhi?
Brandon Ingram.
That'd be good for the Clippers.
It would have to start with Brandon Ingram and picks.
That would be good for the Clippers though if they can get Brandon Ingram. I like Brandon Ingram and Darius Garland.
He fits
and
into
Benedict Mathurin and the young kid Keaton Wagler.
Yeah, and he coming off making an all-star team and shit. So like he already got he was drafted to the Los Angeles Lakers, so he already got a fan base in LA. I don't say he's box office. He's not Anthony Edwards. He's not LaMelo Ball. He ain't got that kind of fanfare, but he got fans, so
that'd be nice for the Clippers though.
Oh, for sure. And I mean,
but Kawhi to the Spurs would be even better because then you might as well just pencil them in for a championship for sure.
The Spurs, this situation ended up so badly because they badmouthed him on his way out.
I was going to say that. Yeah.
They said, and a lot of the same people who did that stuff, they're still there. So I know Tony Parker and Manu Ginobili, those guys, they're still involved with the organization, especially Manu and stuff. Greg is still involved. RC Buford's still involved. So even though they've changed coaches since that point, I think there's still a lot of like unresolved.
Same medical staff still there?
I don't know about that, but
I think that was the main problem.
Yeah, I mean that was part of his problem, but honestly, like when he left, they said he wasn't a leader. He was pretty pissed off about that. You know what I mean? And then he came to Toronto and proved that he was a leader. So what I appreciate is like the Raptors never trashed him on his way out. He said a whole bunch. He did do some really funky shit back, behind the scenes here, and it never leaked. It never leaked out to the general public.
I heard he can still get free food though everywhere you go in Toronto.
Kawine and Dine. I love this, man. It was a great marketing thing. So restaurants could put up a little sign that says Kawine and Dine, and it literally means like you walking down the street and it's like this restaurant is like Kawhi eats free here. I don't know, man. People say like Toronto bent backwards for him and shit. Like I'm
shouts,
like, bro,
yeah. It's Zamez. Chill as Paulo.
Zamze.
Regular season, he be getting his own way. We get to the playoffs, he hit all his jumpers. Yep. We got Spanish Jose $1 super sticker. Appreciate that, family. And then we got the greatest 6162 member for 12 months. How do you feel like Duren and Holland 2 firsts for Amin?
Hell no.
That's a lot. That's a lot for a lot. That's a lot for
To
I'm good.
unite the brothers.
It's like,
Yeah.
it's like, it's
I'm
like
good.
nothing,
Why would you want
know?
them two on the same team?
It's
though?
something, but it's nothing. Like, I don't want
Fucking
Shane
kinda
Gilgeous
Dragon
and
Bill.
Duren. He's
So
Held-
Cade, yeah, so Cade can have like two guys to throw lobs to.
Hell Dash Z5H $3. Imani Vic takes. Remember Imani Vic takes. Also Grumsy stinks LMAO. I see Grumsy is having a hard time with cleansiness in the chat today.
Bro, where are they
Oh.
getting that from though? What is the joke? I'm missing it.
Grumsy, I guess, doesn't wash his feet and is crusty. So
But how would they know that?
He's telling people, like, apparently that he doesn't.
Why
do
would you
that.
tell somebody that?
The greatest 6162 became a YouTube member. Thank you. It's Simply Cujo became a YouTube member. Appreciate you. And then we got Nisha Howard became a YouTube member. Shout out to you, Nisha. And then we got Muddy Malk became a YouTube member. Appreciate you, Penn. Thank you for the insight. Y'all, we will be back here with members only on Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Belly Bell will be there in the building. Penn hopefully will be there. Drenchman will be there. And then we'll have a bunch of other folks in the house. Y'all know what time it is. Also, make sure y'all tap in. We got Chill with Chill tomorrow with Ox and Chill at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard